We're live.
Okay.
All right. We are live on the internet. Mike is
You know
here.
what might help?
What's that?
If I actually had chat up.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say if you had selected the window so that you could press enter to start.
Oh, yeah, that too. Thank you. Thank you. J2 cents would be all over that clip. I don't know what that means.
Jay's 2 cents. He's a PC builder YouTuber.
Oh, is he like the guy who sells Steve that cup?
No, that's Linus, but very similar to Linus. Linus is a little bit more goofy. Jay is kind of the more just like straightforward. Here's how you build a PC.
Linus's video is what I watched when I was looking at building that pie boy.
Oh yeah,
And by
yeah.
pie boy, I mean pie hole.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I switch profiles?
Click play, and then you'll have your options.
Oh. Why am I over here now? I keep clicking out of the... When I click it, it clicks me out of the window.
Is your mouse going outside of the thing?
Yeah, every time I click, it sends the mouse out of the window.
Here.
Go ahead and click play. Maybe when I get in the game, it'll be fine.
Maybe.
Because it worked last time.
Yeah, it definitely... Sergio's here.
Hey, Sergio.
Okay. That looks like mouse control to me.
Like, I could move it, but as soon as I clicked on something, it was like, nope, you're actually in the next window.
Do this. Press T to bring up your thing. And then how does your mouse go now?
The mouse, it moves fine. It's the clicking that's the problem.
But I mean, if you...
Hey, it's sent out of the... Let me try... Is this your window or my window?
I don't know. I don't have any windows. Mine's full screen. I'm
doing a thing.
You haven't seen his World of Warships ads. Oh, okay.
Oh, no. Every time I click, it sends me out of the window. Bye.
Let's do this. Go ahead and disconnect from my machine.
Well, I'd love
to. What? Do you have this window full screened?
Yeah. It just, whenever I click in it, it would send my mouse to the other screen. I guess when I clicked in it, my mouse would get centered outside of the screen, and then when I clicked, I didn't click in the game, I clicked outside of the window.
What in the world does that do?
I don't know. I think it's not on purpose.
Did you disconnect?
I disconnected. I've asked for permission to reconnect.
All right. I have given you permission to reconnect. And then I'm going to give you his mouse and keyboard.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, let me do a thing.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Now you're doing stuff.
We fixed it.
Yeah. That's the first thing we fixed tonight.
Now we're going to fix this bus.
Oh, God. Just straighten the frame and throw it in the car wash and sell it for $8,000.
We're going to put a big balloon on top of it. We're going to paint it blue, and everybody's going to thank me when they jump out of it.
Yeah. Get your llamas ready, folks. Logan's a little low, by the way. Give me a mic check, Logan.
Mic check 1, 2.
Oh, you are low.
Mic check 1, 2.
Don't.
Show to get low, 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 low.
I do have you turned down a bit. How about another mic check from you?
Mic.
Show. Okay.
1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. How about now?
God dang it! I hate it.
Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2.
There we go. Every time he does it. Might be playing.
I don't do it every time. Just like 70% of the time.
Right. Mike is here. He says, check. Give me that Actually, I don't think I have the compressors.
That is a mistake. I'm loud. Man, I need to get some bleach in the shop, dude. Look at this sink. This is disgusting. Am I cleaning off my greasy rags in this sink?
That doesn't look like... That looks like you've scuffed the surface of it. You just
that is That porcelain is pocked.
Porcelain damaged. How about a
I
bucket?
I got explosive red barrels in here.
Yeah.
It expired in 1953.
Mike says I'm gonna be here 20 minutes. Then I have to go because apparently there's a Firefly Alpha launch. It's a commercial orbital rocket, not a game.
Oh,
Firefly.
that's cool.
Dang, dude, that sounds cool.
I like space stuff. Tell me if that finishes before we're done. Come back and tell us what happened.
Yeah, and if you get any pictures of it that are you can see anything that's not just the night sky, post them in the Discord. I would like to see that.
Here it is. I want to fix this one because it expires in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Other tasks list provided. Okay.
So the list provided is a very specific thing. As you progress through the game, they will stop telling you more and more about what's wrong with the cars. You'll just have to go off of what the customer says. Like, there's a loud noise when I hit the brakes. And that means, oh, his rotors and pads are shot.
Oh, so they get... Oh, that's... I'm not going to know what to do with that.
It's fine. By then, you'll be able to afford a bunch of different scanners. So all I do is take him to the test path, take him to the there's like 3 different things you can do, and then once you get them in the lift bay, you just run through all of the there you go. You just run through all of the diagnostic tools, and then that will give you like 90% of what the issue is.
Here's your problem right here. Your carburetor's connected to the timing belt, which is then completely drenched in brake fluid. Oh, we're going to have to replace this whole car. Okay, so let's look at what we need to do.
So here's a cool thing that you can do. Go down to that magnifying glass at the bottom. So
Whoa.
This is a very surface level examination. You'll see how each one says 0 out of however many components. Once it's done,
the button and then it made it go away.
Yeah. So like look at the engine itself. So now
0 out of 14.
Yeah. So just click and hold on the engine, and you with your mechanic experience will examine this thing from an outside view. And you'll notice you are getting 1 point of XP for each one of these things that gets examined.
Oh.
So there's lots of little things you can do that are free XP. And because I'm on the expert, I get 2 XP for each one of these things. So these will actually help you. So by the time we do all of these scans, you'll actually be at level 3. Which means you will have another point to put towards some sort of upgrade.
I like how it colors it in when I've examined everything there, so I know what I have yet to examine.
Well, those are actually useful because the ones that are red are below, it's something like 20 or 25% or something like that. So whatever the red thing is probably related to the reason this car is here.
Just what the heck is going on here?
Yeah. Oh yeah, earlier Sergio said, might be playing D&D, but I'm still here.
Hey, we like lurkers.
Yeah.
Hey, I leveled up.
Yep. I think there's a, command lurk on one of the platforms, but I don't know what it does.
It causes you to traipse around at night looking through windows. It's me, the lurker. We're gonna see everything that's going on in here.
So another one you might miss is the cross member down there at the bottom. The actual metal thing. There you go.
This guy?
The suspension, yeah.
That's what a suspension is? Oh,
I mean, that's the cross member. The thing that you're looking at is the cross member. But that's part of the suspension. I think that's it for the outside scans. But go over to your toolbox and let's see if there's any useful upgrades we can get.
My toolbox is that one.
Uh-huh. So you have one available point. So you see that bottom right one? Those are your examination time. So going through those branches will actually make those little processing wheels where it fills in the green circle. Those will go faster. So if you do that a lot of times, rather than going click and click and click, it'll go tick, 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 tick. It'll go faster and faster.
I can see why that would be useful, but that's just time.
Right,
and I
exactly.
don't mind time.
But that's fine. I wanted you to know most of these aren't deal breakers. I like to fix parts, but
this I'm not gonna spend any points on.
Yeah, neither did I. I started doing that when I actually got.
Is this the part fixer?
The renovator, yes.
I'm gonna do this one. I like the sound of this.
Okay.
I don't know how I spend.
Let's not do that one just yet, because if you press E. Because in order to, you see the hammer on the gear below the car wash one that's green?
Yes.
That's your salvage. Oh no, that's the salvage. Where's the repair? That's the lower left one on the right side. That one.
I have enough credits for this.
No, where am I looking for? There's one. Hold on. I'm gonna look through these.
You.
Workbench. That's what it is. This one, you need this upgrade to do fixing of any grade. So even if you spend this point to fix stuff,
I can't even use the skill.
You won't be able to use it until we buy this expansion, which requires.
And I need that other one first.
This one, which is 10 grand, which would take you all the way down to 58 credits.
And I don't want to do that because then I go bankrupt and I can't buy new parts.
You can get out of it, but it takes a long time.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to look and see what else I can do here. What is this for? Increases screw speed.
If you want to save money, click on that -% ticket. That's second to the right.
-% ticket. Second to the right. This?
The one all the way at the bottom of that one.
This.
Yeah. So that's a 5% discount on the parts you buy. So whenever you buy stuff.
I think for right now, I'm going to just buy this skill.
Uh-huh.
And then when I make more money, I'll buy the garage.
Right.
And then I'll buy this. And then by that point, I'll probably have more skill points to spend on repair.
Absolutely will. So just hold.
That is what I want to do.
You can hold down the enter key. And that'll fill in. You can also respec these.
Oh, I can park my car now.
Uh-huh. Parking LE cheaper by 50%. But yeah, you can respec these, but it costs you money to do so.
Oh yeah, 2,000 credits.
Mm-hmm.
Does that price go up every time I respec, or is it 2,000 every time?
I feel like it does, because I feel like mine's like 10 grand to respec.
Maybe the more points you spend, the more it's like, all right, well, if you want to respec now, because it's going to be more expensive later.
Yeah, I assume they mean they do that on purpose, because by the time you have a lot of points to respec, you have a lot of money. So, like, 10 grand isn't a whole lot.
Oh, this is...
Oh, it looks like it's 1,000 per point. That's a good point. So this is actually a super easy car.
Yeah, this is super duper easy. I just need to remember exactly what buttons to push.
So you need to go into it first. So click on the engine. Or that.
Ah.
So here's where your diagnostics are. You see that additional tools?
Yeah.
Click on that. Right now, all you have is the drain tool, but all these other things are things that will tell you. So, like, if they say something like the engine's running weird, then there's an OBD2 scanner. There's the compression tester. If they complain about their tires, there's a tire gauge. So, like, depending on what they complain about, there's there's a thing that you can run on those. I was waiting for you to do it. To remove
What? To remove, disassemble the thing?
to rip the thing off.
I'm not going to make that mistake. Well, let's be honest. I will make that mistake, but it won't be right now.
Let's see if he remembers the trick.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, he's done very well for himself.
It's still there.
Escape.
Oh, I'm still in unmount. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing I wish they were a little easier on.
Look at this. Their green goo is completely empty too.
That's...
But they didn't ask me to do it.
That's a good point. If you want to, you can fill that. And you might actually get a bonus for it.
I think I'm going to, because what is that? That's
coolant.
Coolant.
You need that.
They're going to die. I'm going to refill that.
We're in the middle of the desert. You need coolant. I'm going to save your life today.
2, 3, 4.
Very nice. Don't push it.
Whoa. Lagging.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got my internet fucking sucks, dude.
No, it's
I don't know if
pronounced.
you noticed.
It's pronounced Logan. Ah, you're gonna. Oh, I thought you were
What?
tearing it off the wall.
No.
I forgot.
Listen, dude. I'm a professional, okay?
Okay. I didn't see you pick the drain tool.
I think I know a thing or two about a thing or two, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Man, that radiator is pristine. There are no bent fins on that thing. Oh, look at the green reflection in the heat shield and on the brakes of the reservoir.
Is that from this?
Yeah. Freaking RTX in this game.
How does this goo look? I'm going to check their other goo.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty full.
I got enough of it. I'll say that much.
It's above the max line, so you know what? I think they're good.
Huh. So go to your job details. And then go to the credits, one to the right. So job bonus, 15 credits. So because you did more than was required, you get a little bit more.
Neat.
Is there like they give you a little like $15 tips, like, hey, don't spend it all in one place.
I'm gonna buy a pickle with this 15 cents at the grocery store in 1994. Okay, I think I'm done. So I'm gonna finish the. Oh, let me double check just to be sure. All right, yeah, I'm done.
You is done. I think I can't remember if I'm mixing up two different games, but I think that in the 2018 version of this game, if you finished a job particularly quickly, you get a time bonus. I'm not sure if that's in this.
I'm not gonna get that anyway.
So remember, the colored one is your story mission, and the non-colored one is the side mission.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this non-side one just so I can cause. What? Oh, it just showed up.
Oh, Skyline.
Replace engine oil. Filters need to be replaced. And this one is just other tasks.
Hmm?
I'm gonna do this one just so I can get a refresher on oil.
Okay.
Before I take a real job.
Mike says take the Skyline. Oh, she's a beaut, ain't she? Look at those Volt GT37 rims. You actually can get in it. So open the door. And then click, how do you do it? Maybe you can't because you don't own it, but I thought there was a way. Go to move the car. Yeah. I guess I was wrong. I guess you can only get in cars you own?
Where's the button to go do donuts in the parking lot? All right, what do they want me to do to this bad boy, huh? Come on.
Oh, Sergio said don't use the menu. Maybe just click into the seat, and he'll get in it.
Oh. Just click it as you look at the seat. Okay.
It said sit down. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was overthinking.
Change oil and some filters.
Oil, air, and filter.
Can't. I'm gonna move it back outside then.
Oh, yeah. Go to entrance A. Oh yeah, it says sit down right there. And then from here you can open the menu and start it.
Huh?
Oh, what's that top one? Drive the car.
It doesn't start. It needs oil.
I need it.
I don't need it. I know that. That's not what I meant to push.
You gonna wash it?
Nah, it doesn't need a wash.
It needs a lot of things before it could.
It needs to be sandblasted and repainted is what it needs.
Oh man, speaking of sandblasting, that's something that I have argued with myself basically ever since I got my car. Is getting it media blasted. It's an Arizona iced tea paint job. Oh my god, you're right. That makes me think of there's a song called Ice Cream Paint Job by Doro. And when you said iced tea paint job, that's all I could hear was ice cream paint job.
At least like a good amount of oil came out and it wasn't black like the last few.
You don't want to see black oil. You don't want to see green oil. Green.
I remember the
green oil is
green
like
means there's mud in it, right?
Green means you have a cracked head gasket and there's coolant getting into your oil, which means there's oil getting into your coolant.
Do you remember when my car, something fucked up in my car and my car started spilling friggin' oil or coolant?
I do. You got it looked at. I assume that was taken care of, right?
Oh yeah, I got that taken care of. Like my car, I was driving home and all of a sudden my car started overheating. I'm like, what? What's happening? And so like I called my dad and he's like, get home, just get it home.
Right.
I got it home and then my dad came over. He's like, your coolant is bone dry.
God dang.
We bought some coolant from the store and then I had to wait like a week to get it looked at. What am I waiting? What am I looking? Oh, this. And to add it to my shopping list, I push X.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to wait like a week. Oh, it needs to be up. I can't do it from this angle.
Go up.
So to get it looked at, I had to wait like a week before anybody would even look at it, and I had to refill it like 3 times because the coolant just kept spilling out.
This sounds a lot like your foot story from the upcoming podcast.
Hey, no spoilers for our podcast, which releases on Monday.
Your voice is getting a little chippy. Can you turn off Steam?
Steam.
Yeah, see if there's any updates going.
It might be Steam. I'm afraid to tab out of this because I'm worried it might fuck.
We fixed it once. We can fix it again.
What am I looking at?
What are we looking at?
New desktop. What the fuck?
What are you talking about? New desktop. Oh. You did Windows tab.
Am I free?
Yeah, I'm still on my computer. You can. Yeah, Windows 11, new desktop. You don't even have to ask. Here you go, pal.
Why is that an option? That's so.
Oh, new multiple desktops. I love multiple desktops.
I want to opt into that. I don't want it to just be on.
It's oh god, it's so cool. I use them at work because I do a bunch of
what I do?
I'm just messing around.
I click something. Hang on. Let me click and see if I am still in it. I'm in it.
You am. I do so many different tasks that have nothing to do with each other. for as part of my like daily responsibilities. So I will have multiple desktops. I have one that's all for remote computers. I have one that's just for like Active Directory. I have one that's for like laptop migrations and email stuff, exchange stuff. So like
email.
oh yeah, go to your case. Let's open some loot boxes.
What?
Remember, each time you go up a level, you get a loot box. Press I for inventory. Case. It was already on the screen. There you go, case. Oh boy. Hope we get a legendary. A barn location. That's not bad.
I got a new skin for hamster.
And a bunch of money. Well, a little bit of money.
Hey, I'm gonna say no to money.
So the barn locations are cool. You can just click that and it'll add it to your map. I will show you how that works later. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's a pretty cool feature. But speaking of the sandblasting or media blasting on this car, that's something that I have like argued with myself about doing to my car basically ever since I've owned it. Like taking the paint down to bare metal and getting it reprimed and repainted and clear coated and all the things that go into a good paint job. But I'm just afraid to do it. Megan and I have thought about getting her car repainted since she doesn't like it being white. Yeah. Most paint shops will tell you that the best primer is good paint. So, like, you don't need to strip a car to get a good paint job. But typically people do it for, like, show quality cars because they want all fresh paint. And they don't want any, like, uneven spots where the undercoat, the underlying coat was a different color because it was, you know, painted at a later date. So I've also argued about doing it to my car since black vehicles suck in the South. Hey, ain't telling me nothing. So, for the air filter cover, there's those little black clips. Or metal clips that are kind of frustrating. But I don't know if you've noticed, but each time you take a piece off of the car, you also get 1 experience point.
So if I disassemble and reassemble the whole car, I'll get a shitload of experience.
Uh-huh. That's what we were talking about last time. I did that in 2018 on that game.
Oh, shit.
And you can basically, like, race through the levels. Would be great to have a purple or emerald green Ford Escape. Yeah.
What about an emerald splash Ford Escape?
There you go. Undefeatable. Actually, you know what? There was a version of the Ford Ranger called the Ford Ranger Splash. You could have an emerald splash.
Hey. I don't think Sergio liked that joke. Emerald Splash.
Oh, God. It's so funny to me that the one time...
Like really shitty, too.
Yeah. It's so funny to me that... Oh! Sergio's uncle actually had a Ranger Splash. It's so funny to me that the one scenario where Emerald Splash would have been perfect against Gebs and Duel, or Geb.
Which one's that?
Geb, the blind man in the desert. Well, and Duel is the user.
Right,
Geb.
the guy who was listening through the sand.
Correct. It was so funny to me that Emerald Splash would have been absolutely perfect for that encounter, and they were like, "Nah, we're gonna claw Kakyoin's eyes out so that he's not useful in this scenario." Jesus Christ!
Freaking thing. There it is. All right, I need to replace the oil.
Uh-huh.
Refill with new. Okay, so that's
Done
the
it.
last thing I need to do. But
Done
I'm
it a
going to check
million
his
times.
levels. Don't want to look at this.
Oh, if you want to actually check the oil level, click on the engine.
Well, the oil level should be 0 because I emptied it.
It should be, yes. But I think you can actually look at the dipstick over there on the right.
Dipstick on the right.
The yellow ring.
Oh,
So I think you can actually remove that.
just
Click it.
disassemble it essentially.
Yeah, click and hold it, and it'll draw it out, and it'll show you the oil level. Right now you're at nothing.
Because I took it out already.
Uh-huh. And then, so I'll let you fill the oil, and then we'll compare it again. That's not good. The rocket experienced a mid-air, rapid, unscheduled disassembly.
It exploded. Were there people inside of it?
I hope not.
I'm gonna count to 5 because my 4 count was too short.
Okay.
1,
No
2,
people. Thank God.
3, 4. Thank God. That's scary.
Yeah. All right. So check that dipstick.
Whoops.
There you go. You are very
That looks
near
pretty good to me.
to the max line. Close as makes no difference.
Close enough for government work.
Mhm.
All right, the brake servo looks good. I mean, this part done, but
I don't know if I had
done.
people under it though. It's a rocket launch. You shouldn't be anywhere near under it.
I'd hope not.
People smart enough to be near it should be smart enough to not be near it.
People who get paid way more than me should know that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I think this is good. But before I get out of here,
Are you going to get some free points?
I'm gonna get some free points.
There you go.
Oh, look, that top part that I pulled off, I inspected it because I disassembled it.
Oh, right. Yeah. There's
For
lots
the
of
air
stuff
filter.
that can only be inspected by taking it off. So once you take it off and put it back on, it'll get updated in this view.
There's a lot of parts in here that don't look good.
I think they've said it in the show before. This is Quentin, but they're like hit list order is Jotaro because of Star Platinum's strength, then Kakyoin because of his intelligence. Yeah, like, and that's fine. The thing that bothers me is when they make Kakyoin an idiot. Like, he's supposed to be the smart one, so don't have him do dumb things if he's here because he's smart. I just went straight here to tell you the thing had explosive on board specifically for the purpose of destroying it if it was uncontrollable. So maybe they saw some data and decided to make it go. Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe it was like starting to veer off course outside of like correctable.
Yeah, maybe it would have like been dangerous to people if they
Yeah.
let it go off.
Yeah.
Go off then.
It's less dangerous as shrapnel than it is as a missile.
They make some very interesting choices in that show though.
Yeah.
Like stuff that like doesn't make sense at all. Like that episode where they were all on that plane with the little beetle that was trying to kill him.
Sour Gray, yeah.
Yeah. They're all on this plane that's not very full. There's plenty of seats, but these huge muscle-bound guys are all squeezed together in these 4 tiny seats.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are they sitting so bunched up together?
Comedically.
Whoa.
Yeah, I heard that in your voice.
Like there's plenty of room for them to, stretch their legs or any part of their body for that matter.
Right.
But these 4 men are stacked.
Right.
In more ways than one because they're huge and also they're crammed together.
I think you've gotten it all.
I think so too. Ah, there. C is crouch.
Oh, you
Wait.
you could do the cross
Wait.
member. Oh, that's part of the exhaust.
It's a different exhaust. Like that's one exhaust and this is two exhaust.
Oh, yeah.
Weird.
I mean,
Anyways,
I guess.
I mean, I got a bunch of free points. I'm fine with this.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant to do. All right.
You gonna turn some tight ones in the parking lot? Ah, look at that. Listen to that baby purr. Ooh. Good old compressor surge on that turbo.
Now that is power. I don't know actually what any of that sound means.
The whistling at the end was the blow off valve and the wastegate.
Yeah, sure. I'll fix your car. No.
We're just making sure the oil change went well.
That doesn't sound right.
That's what that hiss at the end.
Yeah.
That's the blow off valve. That's fine. Fix your souped up rust bucket. Let me get some laps in it. Yeah. And put some good numbers on the board. Yep, brakes are good.
All right. I think I'm ready to finish this job.
Uh-huh.
Return to garage.
Just call the customer back. Hey, your car's done. Where is it? It's at the track.
Yeah, I took an Uber home.
It's 4 hours away at the nearest oval.
I think that's so funny that they don't punish you for doing shit like
Yep.
that. When that would be absolutely unacceptable in a real place.
That's a career ender.
Car status. No.
No.
No. Even got a few bonus credits. Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did. I got some bonus credits. Why does this thing have like 1,000 more miles on the speedometer or odometer? Listen, you're asking a lot of questions here. I'm just doing my job, sir.
Why is my exhaust header glowing white hot?
Yeah. Anyways, bye.
Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you about that. It's gonna need some more work. Somebody's putting some hard miles on this thing. All right.
Now this is actually a dirty car.
Let's get to work on this Volvo.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff.
Stream's cut off, so I hope to hear news about it soon.
Our stream? Oh,
No,
the Rocket stream.
Rocket live stream. Bunch of fluids, bunch of goops.
Basically all the goops.
Uh-huh.
All
Oil.
5 of the goops, because I also have to do an oil change.
Okay, so I set off on a ride and my car stopped working. It just shut down suddenly. Fortunately, some good young men towed me to your workshop. If it weren't for them, I'd rather not go into it. Please see what you can do to get it up and running again. I have no idea what could have happened. Usually everything was working just fine after a 6-month break. Thanks for setting up a workshop here in the middle of nowhere. In the meantime, please allow me to use the restroom. I'll see you soon. How long do you think it's going to...
Yeah. Go drop a toozy. I'll have it done by the time you get back.
Yeah. All right.
Also, for the first half of you reading that, I thought you were reading chat.
Oh, no. So here's actually, what are they doing? It's a starter some coolant, and
Do I need to change the windshield wiper goop?
You don't.
Because like,
Uh,
it's just
if it's on the list, if you just add new to old, it won't count. You have to drain it and fill it.
even for windshield wiper fluid.
Yeah.
That's silly.
I think it's to build the muscle memory of just like, hey, don't take shortcuts. Mike asks, why do you mark the stuff you need to do? I think it's just because, like, so he doesn't.
I don't
forget.
know what it is.
Yeah.
So
Oh, they need wires.
I need that. I need the halos.
Eh.
Oh, right.
So this would be a good opportunity to do your examination, and then watch some of this stuff turn red.
Oh, you're right. I don't know where the coolant is.
It's in the radiator. Like it's the radiator itself.
Oh, the radiator is the coolant.
Yep. Some models don't
Getcha.
have a coolant reservoir. That it's just the radiator itself. Don't. Oh, I thought you were gonna rip it off.
Don't tempt me.
I don't know why that bothers me so much. It's not even like it's a lot of money. It's like $50.
I'll do it.
I'll frickin' do it. I'll do it again.
I'll launch the ambassador out of here.
Oh, look at that radiator. Or radiator, as some people pronounce it. I don't know if you have access to the battery charger, but that's a pretty easy thing. If you can afford that, it's an easy thing to make some extra money.
Let's check it out as soon as I'm done scanning the car.
Red is rad. Yes, exactly. That's why it's my favorite color.
What is that red bit on the thing in the back there?
That is the fuel pump. So if you think of like a tea bag in a cup of tea.
Yeah.
There's a fuel pickup with a motorized pump attached to it, and so it draws up fuel into it and then pumps it from the fuel tank in the back up to your injectors up at the front.
Gotcha.
Same thing that happens in your oil pan. There's an oil pickup there that does the same thing. Oh, you can actually scan. Oh, that's part of the intake, right? Okay.
Okay, I think I'm good.
I think you've got all those. Yeah.
All right. So, where do I buy a battery charger?
Your toolbox. And which one would it be? That's that one. So it's yes.
550. That's super affordable.
Yeah. And press hold to buy that. Mike says, God, I have to start studying for the license. I have another week off. I don't want to think about it. So there is your battery charger. So go ahead and rip the battery out of... Wait, did you have a battery in your pocket?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I was like, why were you able to select charge it if you don't have one? So go ahead and rip the battery out of this one. There you go. And check on over. Actually, go to your inventory first. With I. And so you're at 78%. That's honestly not that bad. But some people bring them in. They're in their like 30s or 40s. And like this is free. Like this doesn't cost anything. So you might actually be able to go into the pie menu for this one. And see if you can take it off. and then go to your inventory. There you go. That's full.
Oh, it just does it instantly?
The worse they are, the longer they take. But I think even a 10% battery, which is like, click into the bay. There you go.
Okay.
Battery in your pocket. Are you happy to see me?
Yes.
It's a D cell. But yeah, even like the worst ones take like 30 seconds to charge. All right, so we got sparks and wires and
Oh, look at that color.
yeah.
That's bad.
I mean, it just means it's dirty. It means it's doing its job. Like dark oil isn't.
Come on. Come on. There we go.
It's like, what are you trying to do? Dark
Lagging.
dark oil isn't automatically a bad thing because that's the point of it. It's like wiping off a counter and the rag is dirty. It's like, no, you want the rag to be dirty because that means that's stuff that's not on the counter anymore.
I saw a TikTok of a guy who was changing oil. I think he was a mechanic at a shop.
Okay.
But he was changing the oil and it was coming out like gray and glittery.
Yeah, that's coolant.
Didn't know what that meant, but everybody was around him was like, "Oh."
That's what me and Sergio were talking about earlier. That's a head gasket. Either that or best case scenario is a head gasket. Worst case scenario is a cracked block. Cool. Oh yeah, okay. I thought they were saying like glittery because coolant is like photoreactive. Like when coolant hits light, it tends to shine.
All right, tire right there.
Mike says I don't understand cars, but I love the kind of customer states. Yes, those are always great. Look at the state of that frickin' alternator. Good God. Especially the stupid ones that I can comprehend. Yeah. I have definitely...
Oh, that would be electronics.
Uh-huh. Now you're getting it.
And I went to the wrong button.
Oh. Once you buy this, go back to the main menu. And then go to vehicle add-on, the bottom second from the right. So you can add accessories onto cars.
What if I just turn his car into a police car?
Yeah, put an
I buy
LED
police
light
lights
bar.
painted all white.
Exactly, yeah.
I can't drive this. I'm not a cop. Yes, sir, sirty, sir.
I'll show ye. I need to get the rough idle on my escape figured out. I think it's probably just a dirty MAF and intake valve combo, but boy, I do not want to do it yourself fix that. Yeah. That could be, I mean, at idle, it could be your base idle set screw. This is all working off of my car, so I don't know if Fords have these same things. It could be dirty injectors. Good news, your car's now illegal. Yeah, I put a taxi thing on the top of it. You're gonna have to buy $1 million medallion in order to drive your car.
Medallion.
So you're looking. So you're trying to get to that flex plate inside.
Trying to get to whatever this circle thing is.
Yep, that's a flex plate. So you're gonna need to
get this off.
Yep, you're gonna need to get the gearbox off. In order to get the gearbox off, you need to take the drive shaft off.
Okay, the drive shaft. Let's take this. If I could click it, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Get this son bitch out of here. I am in mount mode.
Uh-huh. All the years I've ever known you, you've always been in mount mode.
La, la, la.
Swing your camera around. It bolts to the back as well.
Oh, tricky.
Stared right down the drive shaft. It's one of my favorite things about this game is the impossible angles that you can get. It's not the spark plugs or the motor mounts. My mom got all those replaced before she sold it. Is it rough as in like shaky? Or is it rough as in like the RPMs are oh, I thought you meant like rough as in not idling smoothly in the engine. Like it was like chasing the revs and all that kind of stuff. That could be harmonic balancer, especially at low revs.
I think it's not exposed yet.
Oh no, the RPMs aren't low. What? The RPMs aren't low when I'm at a stop? How are they not low? They should be at low.
Oh, that don't look right.
Oh yeah, your flex plate is bad. Between 0 and 1. That's fine. I mean, that's low. That's on a car that goes up to 6,000 RPM. Anywhere between 500 and 1,000. That's about what they should be. Most cars idle around 750. But does it only shake at idle? Or does it shake also when you're driving it? Or does it tend to smooth out? I would say it doesn't stay at 750. Gotcha. When it's chasing around, how far does it go? Does it go above 1,000? Not very. Okay, that's fine. So it's, I mean, there might be maybe a fuel filter that's a little gummed up that's delivering somewhat of an uneven flow.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, don't use that throw out bearing.
That part needs to go.
Oh,
it wasn't one that they asked me to remove, but it needs to go.
Yeah. 8 to 9 is perfectly fine. That's fine. That's just it balancing out the air fuel ratio, and that's a rolling estimate from millisecond to millisecond. So it's always going to be, you're never going to get a dead flat idle, just because that's not how these things are. As far as like vibrations, harmonic balancer is the thing that comes to mind first. I'm trying to think of what else it could be, because you said the motor mounts are handled. Yeah, that's the only thing that would kind of toss it around, would be your harmonic balancer or crankshaft pulley. Same thing.
Did I finish telling what happened with the coolant in my car?
I don't think so.
I don't remember how far I got, but basically I got it fixed.
Yeah.
And I felt bad because when it was first happening, I messaged Clayton because like that's who I talk to about car stuff. 'Cause I don't know shit about cars. He was like, Clayton basically said, you need to get that changed, because if you're leaking coolant, that's going to drip on the street and in the grass and stuff, and it smells sweet. So animals might try to eat it.
It is
And I was
very
like,
bad.
yeah, I got to get this fixed. And then when the car people were like, yeah, come in next week, I'm like, raccoons are eating my goo.
If your car ever overheats, or specifically if there's a problem with the coolant system, it'll smell like you're making pancakes under your hood. It literally smells like,
because of the coolant.
Yeah, it literally smells like hot syrup.
But I did get it fixed, and it's just there was like some kind of seal somewhere along the line. I don't know enough about cars to give you any more details than that.
Yeah.
And I just got it fixed. It was like a pretty super easy fix.
Yeah.
This is not where I want to be.
Mike says, you should have patched it with a Red Bull can.
Why is this X? Oh, because I took it off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. I don't know if I can put it back on now.
You just need to be under the car again.
Some bitch.
Yeah, the starter is the thing that's the biggest pain in this game, because front wheel drive cars, you can only get to the starter while the car is on the ground, and rear wheel drive cars, you can only get to the starter when it's up. So
I feel like I could have reached it.
yeah, that's the thing. You could have. Physically you could have, but the game will not allow you to. I'll take my car to the local Pep Boys, get the shake diagnosed on Saturday, then take to a better mechanic later on. Car drives fine, just shakes. Oh, you ain't telling me nothing. My car has no bushings on it. Like I have replaced any rubber that I have access to with polyurethane or steel. I don't want my car to be the slightest bit comforting or comfortable. I have told Shelby that Granddad 5. That's great.
Look at the color. Obviously, it's a Granddad.
I told Shelby that I want a go-kart with air conditioning. That's what I want my car to turn into.
A go-kart with air conditioning, huh?
My only thing that I want to retain the air conditioning. I don't care about the radio. I don't care about the airbags. I don't care about... Oh, it needs to be up.
Oh my god.
Wait, don't lift it yet. Click on there. Yeah, click on the rear axle. And now you can get to it. G's and Pete's.
Needs to be on the lift.
Does it really? I didn't know that.
Nope. Who dares text me while I'm repairing car? My mom.
Shelby is all like, oh, I want, really nice sound system. I want sound dampening on my floorboard, so I want a good sounding exhaust, but I don't want it to, permeate through the car. And I'm like, nah, I want this thing aggressive and uncomfortable. I want to feel every acorn that I drive over. I love how that car feels. My shifter for my transmission feels like a bolt action rifle because I've taken all the rubber bushings out and replaced them with steel bushings. Oh, it's so great. Love driving that car.
And that's Gypsy?
That's Gypsy, yeah.
Yeah, Gypsy's a cool car. I like Gypsy.
I like her a lot.
Why did I go here? I do that every time. All right, do I need to be on the lift for anything else? Huh? You? How about you? Huh? Probably the radiator.
Radiator.
Nope, engine bay.
Sergio says, I do want to get Meg and I's cars detailed though. So that's another thing. There's a place near us that does like engine washing, and just because over the years, have you filled that radiator? Is it full?
I don't. I think I drained it. I think I saved all the fluids for
Here
last.
we go.
I didn't add. I did. You know what? I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna take it off.
Ooh, wow, good job. Yeah, there's a place near here that does engine cleaning, and just over the years, like, road grime gets kicked up, and you spill something here or there and gets sticky, and dust just kind of collects on it. And I've wanted to get the engine washed for a long time, and I'm thinking about letting them hit it with like a pressure washer and get it all shiny and new. Amy's in the chat. She's very across with you. She says, "You didn't tell me Heather's grandma passed."
No, I didn't.
Pour one out.
Sorry.
For Heather's grandma.
Also, to answer your other question that you texted me, no, I didn't. I forgot.
Engine washing is pretty easy at home. Yeah, I know, but there's so many freaking little pieces and crevices to my engine. I always start out with it, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to get this thing spotless. And then 45 minutes later, I'm like, I don't care. My wrist hurts, and I just want somebody else to do this. Spray with degreaser, clean it with a brush, use low pressure water, and a leaf blower to dry off. Yeah, maybe I should do that. We found this stuff called Purple Power that I have yet to find anything that Purple Power doesn't clean off.
I know Purple Power. I use that to clean cars with.
It's aggressive. You got to be careful what you clean with it, but man, it freaking works.
Like I just pour a little bit in the bottom of a bucket, fill it up with water, and then I just clean the car with a brush.
Oh yeah, yeah. We did it with Shelby's rims, for her Audi, and just jet black barrels of the rims, and so we sprayed on like undiluted Purple Power, and let it sit for like 30 seconds, and then pressure washed it, and it was just like
This one,
brand new metal. And I was like, holy crap. Mike gives us a dissertation. He goes, weird story. It was my birthday some years ago. A friend of mine comes over to my house with his ape honking, and he asked me if he could borrow my gas. He was leaking fuel left and right. We completely refueled it in like 4 minutes of driving. It was empty again. So we went to my uncle that has a warehouse. Is half a workshop because he repairs his own car. We go under the ape, and we get completely drenched in gas and close the leak with a cut Red Bull can and rubber. Oh my god.
okay, I figured it out. Turns out I was the dungus. No. Ah, dang it! I knew this too.
Oh, all right. What piece are you trying to get off?
I needed to get this idle roller off, which I need to get a new one anyway.
Okay, so first
That's the thing. But I need to get this belt off first. But I need to get this belt off first.
uh-huh.
I need
So-
a new one of these belts. I need a new one of these belts. This off.
Amy's giving you the business about washing your car.
Listen, I just go to the automatic car wash thing because I'm lazy.
I can't do that because I have a convertible and it'll get...
You could if you weren't a coward.
There was a very brief time. I don't know why or what I've done since. There was a very brief time where I could... Maybe it was just a super low pressure washer. Where I could take my car to a car wash and it didn't get water inside it. But anything with like respectable water pressure will absolutely push past those weather strips.
This alternator is no good.
It's a no bueno.
Add that to the shopping list.
We brought it over specifically because it leaked, and then we forgot it leaked.
That sounds like something I would do.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I need to take whatever this thing is
It's
off.
a crankshaft pulley. That's the thing that I think is causing Sergio's issues.
Oh, so this belt tensioner is bad.
Uh-huh. So you can, from this view, you can also go to your examination view, I think.
Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, I did do that.
You did. Maybe you need to back out. And
I think I need to not be in look at it mode.
Right.
That's okay. I don't need to do that. I take this belt off. This belt is also bad. No wonder your car won't start. Everything sucks in it.
Now you've hurt the customer's feelings.
Good.
Your car is bad and you should feel bad.
I was trying to think of how to word that exact thing. I was like, how am I going to make this joke? Wires are bad.
Go ahead and pull those. Or did you pull them already? Okay, you did.
Yeah, I did. Spark plugs are bad. Are all of them bad? Whoa. Yeah. Spark plugs are bad. Why is it a question mark now? This is question mark.
Where do you see a question mark?
On the quality of the engine head.
Because you have not evaluated the condition of the head itself.
Oh.
That's like the actual.
I just when I see that question mark, it just makes me think of that meme image of that man with the red shirt with his hands up, just shrugging. He's like an old bald guy.
I might know who you're talking about.
All right, well, I got a huge shopping list.
I always think of the meme of the young black dude in the white t-shirt looking at the camera with like 7 question marks around him.
I love that gif.
Like, what? Really? This?
Where like he's like looking at somebody else, and then he like looks at the camera and cocks his head.
Boom. I didn't know that was from a video for the longest time, and then I saw the video and somebody freeze framed it at the exact moment. I was like, "Oh wow!"
I've never seen the video.
This moment,
I've only ever seen the gif.
Oh, okay. I would like to remember that I would like to remind you that the owner of this car is in the bathroom. Meanwhile, while we're working on his car.
Oh yeah, he's taking a big fat duty.
Oh yeah. The toilet's gonna need to be repaired or replaced.
I'm not making fun of a bald guy. I was describing him.
Right.
My mom has it in her head that when you describe people, you're being mean to them. We had a big conversation at her house about how it's not racist to describe somebody as being a black person.
It's just it's
like
part of
like
their.
I said she's a black girl. Right. I could say that she's a black girl. It's not racist.
That is a factor of her existence.
Baldish. Baldest is what I think she was trying to say.
Oh yeah.
I need one of these, and I need
now, if
4 of these.
Described a coworker as a stupid idiot loser with dumb facial hair, some of those details are unnecessary.
I need to get the Discord disconnect sound on here.
Ba-dum.
Just there's Super Mega does this bit every once in a while in their videos. Did I already buy them? I don't remember if I bought them.
You might have. Go back.
I'll come back if I didn't.
They're cheap. You're gonna need them eventually, anyways.
They have this bit where yeah, because I knew Candace's name. I don't need to describe Candace because I know who Candace is. Jeez. Anyways, what was I saying?
I genuinely don't remember. No, you did not.
I did not buy spark plugs. I don't remember what I was saying.
Me either.
Oh, Super Mega does this bit where the one person will rag on the other person, and whatever game they're playing, they'll just stop talking for a second and then just pause the game. Ryan will make a joke, and then Matt won't say anything in response, and then after a couple seconds, the game will just pause and we'll cut to like a different part of the video.
It's implied that we took about a 25-minute break here, where none of this content was usable.
I love that bit. It's so funny. Unless it's not a bit, then that's kind of sad.
Quentin mentions
I would like to
spark plug wire. Is that a fresh wire?
Does that answer your question?
You gotta tighten down your bolts.
Oh. Mom goes, whatever. That my spark plugs.
In there somewhere. 100%. Okay.
Yep.
You just put the new one on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo.
I'm having a hard time looking both at chat and gameplay and carrying on a conversation.
Listen, I'm pretty much a professional mechanic. I'm going to open up my new shop tomorrow. Okay. So as long as real life mechanical work has these little yellow highlighters and blue area covers.
You know,
I pretty much got this.
I think it does with advancements in technology and automotive manufacturing.
Dude, if Google Glass actually took off, I think I could actually be a mechanic. But no, they abandoned the project.
Not joking at all. There are bolts that change color when you torque them. There are
Like in a augmented reality type of way?
No, there's a little like pressure capsule on the tip of the bolt, and as you tighten it, it goes from like I forget what it is. It's like blue to purple to red to green or something like that. And whatever the torque spec is on that, the pressure what's the word? It's not associates, but coincides. Whatever the word.
Can you
Refers.
see the color as you're torquing it,
Yes.
so you know when to stop?
Yeah, so you use like an open-ended wrench so you can see the bolt cap as you're tightening it down. And so you're like, oh, it needs to be 85 foot-pounds, and that's like bluish purple. So like even if you don't have a torque wrench, you can have an idea that this thing is relatively in the range that it needs to be.
Quentin says, "Want to hire my brother? I don't know. How many hours in Car Mechanic Simulator
CMS
2018
21.
does your brother have?" Is this 21?
Yeah.
21?
21. But yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, God, that's so cool.
Oh shit! I fucked it up.
Oh boy, here's where he gets it all over the floor.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, not bad.
Think it's good. Let's check the dipstick. Where's my dipstick?
Oh, I don't know where it is on this engine.
Wait, I think I saw it.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
good catch. Mike says I found a video of the rocket. It appears it was
Oh, look at that! That's
Woo!
perfect.
laser edge. It appears it was working just fine, and then it did a 360.
Is that the rocket?
Yeah.
It was doing just fine. Did a 360, and now it's got it all.
That probably means that there was like too much thrust for it to harness.
I have the same problem.
Yeah. There's a counseling group. But like
You got medicine for that.
exactly. Overthrusters Anonymous.
3, 4, 5.
But yeah, so I'm thinking of like Kerbal, when you put too many rockets on it and there's the control fins can't direct all that force. Basically, the tail end where all the power is outruns the front end where all the steering is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I assume you've seen a dog that runs faster with his back legs than he does with his front legs, so he ends up turning sideways.
That's my dog did that when he was a puppy.
Yeah.
When Lewis was a puppy and he'd just take off running because he's excited about something, he would start running and then his back legs are going fast, so he'd literally run sideways.
Yep. That's exactly what this rocket did. The back end outruns the front end, so it turns backwards. Violently.
2, 3, 4, 5. Ah! Fuck. I done fucked it up. Did I do this one already? Yes, I did. Think that this bad boy.
Look at all those green check marks. That's a big order.
I know. 2 pages of check mark.
Look at you.
There's one last thing to do.
It happened after it went Mach 1. It also appears it went Mach 1 longer than it was supposed to, or after it was supposed to. Sounds like they put too much thrust in this thing.
Yeah. Do you think he's still going to the bathroom?
All right, sir. It's been 6 hours. Your car's ready. Almost done. All right, I'm gonna go. I'll go do a a sideshow out on the highway.
The guy's just sitting there looking at his phone like, man, r/funny gets me every time.
He's a paint job.
I didn't get the speed boost. Oh yeah, 0 to 60 in 4.5 minutes.
0 to 60 on a good day.
So, I had an interesting situation happen to me on my drive home from work.
All right.
Brakes work.
Yeah.
So when you're passing somebody,
I sure hope they do.
When you're passing somebody, you're not technically supposed to go over the speed limit to pass them.
Okay.
And I was stuck behind somebody who was going about 3 under the speed limit, and
Okay.
I personally prefer going 5 over.
Yeah.
I don't usually go faster than that.
Mhm.
But I was like,
by
I
the
really
way,
want to pass this
you'll
guy.
never make it in Houston with those policies.
But this guy was going about 3 under. It was driving me crazy. But I wanted to pass him, which I normally don't have a problem with. I just couldn't because the person behind me was a police officer.
Oh boy.
It was a canine unit. And I'm like, man, I ain't about to be out here messing with no cop.
Logan's
So
like, I bet I can outrun that dog
I
in this car.
Oh no, the car is gone. I guess I could just go straight to the order.
Mm-hmm.
Oh look, I even have this one ready. So I'm just sitting there like I want to be going faster than 3 under, but I can't pass this guy because technically you're not allowed to do that. And I don't know what kind of day this cop is having.
Right. You are level 4 now, which means you have another point, which means you have another case to open.
Ooh.
How do the speed limits work in the U.S.? More of a vague suggestion, really.
Yeah. Basically, if it says 55 miles per hour, everyone goes like fucking 15 over because they're nuts.
Yeah.
I personally like to go 5. Oh, I got another case.
Yeah. Yo, dog.
I like to go 5 over because I just do.
Yeah.
There was a while there where I went 5 under.
In Houston, I'm doing like 10 over, and I'm getting dusted. Like
How
people
do I sell these?
press V, and then adjust your slider to because right now I think that's going to sell everything in your pocket, and you'll get
what
like
is
$8.
Sell parts below. So I need to sell below. What's the percent when it turns red?
15. You
I'll do
can't you can't fix things that are below like. Well, you can't fix anything right now. And certain things cannot be sold. Like those brake pads, they just cannot be sold. Or cannot be fixed.
Okay. Eventually the cop passed both of us, and when then the cop who was not going 5 over, they were going significantly faster than that. When they were long out of view, then I decided to pass the slowpoke, but I was like, man, I ain't about to like tempt my fate with a cop. I don't know what kind of day this cop is having.
Right.
It ain't gonna be me.
All right, so
Come back! I want to fix your car.
It's a piece of crap. Go in and see if there's any upgrades you want to make.
That's not my toolbox.
Nope. Technically, there's like 4 toolboxes around the thing.
Oh, they all do the same thing?
Yeah.
So this is a parking alley cheaper by 50%. Don't know what that means.
So
I didn't really get more credits than I thought I would have by now.
Let's see.
Welder.
I think some easy ones for you to do would be those top right ones on the right side. The scanner tool. Yeah, the multimeter is super cheap. And that'll help you out a lot. What is that? Fuel pressure? Yeah, that one's pretty cheap. And then the OBD scanner. This one costs a little bit more, but it tells you a lot. The
The outer space laser gun.
those are very cheap, but they are nearly useless. Compressor tester's good. Oh, it's good to have. If you want, how much is the paint booth? I think the paint booth is like $5,000. 15 grand. Okay. What about the one next to that? 20 grand. What about the top right one? 10 grand. Okay, yeah. So those are all a little bit above our finances at the moment.
Do you think I got bonus points for watching that guy's dirty car?
Oh, you may have. I mean, I know that I get extra money for it, so I can't imagine why you wouldn't get extra points for it.
Brake system needs a fixing. All right, let's do it then. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do.
Every button wrong. Amy says they had to get somewhere. Usually they won't give you a ticket for clocking you at 5 over because the evidence won't really hold up because of the errors in the reader and such. Right.
Yeah, 5 over is like basically globally understood as like the wiggle room you're allowed to have when driving the speed limit.
Right, the margin of error. I remember,
like, technically, if they were being dickheads about it, they could pull you over and give you a speeding ticket for going 5 over.
They can pull you over for no reason.
Oh yeah, they could pull you over for whatever reason they want. They can't detain you for whatever reason they want.
Right.
But
that's a different discussion altogether.
Whoa, I'm way over here now.
We used to have a family friend that religiously went 7 miles over the speed limit everywhere he drove. If the speed limit was 30, he was going 37. No questions. He never went above that. He never went below that. He always went 7 miles over the speed limit. And
you know, admittedly, when I'm driving on the interstate, I will go 10 over.
Yeah.
But I don't like getting people's way. And still people are passing me like crazy on the interstate.
oh, I can't wait for you to drive in Houston. Oh my God, Logan.
Dude, I'm already super passive aggressive when I drive. Everyone else is going to hate me, which I'm fine with, by the way.
I just mean for you to be going like 15 over and you feel like you're like riding the lightning and this dude tears past you going 30 miles over the speed limit. He's edging up against 90 miles an hour on a side road.
I'm a very passive aggressive driver. So if someone's being a dickhead, I will do very passive aggressive things on purpose.
Yeah.
Which people probably already know about me. But if someone's like, if I'm going 5 over and then someone comes up behind me and they start riding my ass, I will like slowly tick down my cruise control 1 mile per hour until I'm going 5 under until they fucking pass me. And I taught my mom that trick and she does that too now.
Oh God.
But like get off of my ass. If you are going to be on my ass, I'm going to slow down and I'm going to slow down very slowly.
You are going to be a nuisance or a statistic in Houston. One of those.
That sounds like both of those sound like other people's problems. All right, what am I doing?
Yeah, I was going to say, we've completely... Oh, the brakes. Right.
I have no issue being a nuisance for someone who's being a dickhead.
I mean, I'm not going to say I don't do it. Because in my defense, I'm going fast enough. You don't need to be going 30 miles over the speed limit. I'm doing 10 to 15 over. How late could you possibly be? If you are so late that going 30 miles over the speed limit is the could get you there on time, you have a long way to go.
Here's my thought. I am not going to speed for anyone else.
Yeah.
They won't pay my speeding ticket. If you're riding my ass, I'm going to go slower. I'm not going to speed up for someone. I won't do it. So I will be a nuisance. I have hereby decided I will be the nuisance of Houston. That will be my new title. They'll be like, oh God, it's the nuisance of Houston. Houston? Oh, that's not the right word. The Newton of Houston.
You sound like you're saying gibberish Swedish words, like the Swedish chef.
I'm just gonna get like the Swedish chef, and they're gonna be like, "No, it's the Newton to Houghton."
Oh, you gotta get get it off the ground.
Wrong?
It's still on the ground.
Oh, it's touching the ground. Pick this grape off the ground. All of these tires, nope, not all of them. 2 of these tires have a rusty lug nut.
Yeah. I had a guy lay on his horn at me for going the speed limit in a construction zone. I've had this discussion.
Somebody does that.
I've had this discussion with Logan. I've had to change the lane that I take to work because there is a right turn onto one of the highways that is a red arrow, which specifically means if you are turning right, you need to stop until it's green. If it was a solid red light, you can stop and then go if there's no cars coming. If it's a red arrow, you do not turn red on red. But nobody in Houston knows or honors that law. So much
there's a light like that in Gainesville.
So much to the point that they had to come up with a new light with 2 red arrows to say, seriously, stop turning on red at this light.
There's a light in Gainesville that it's no right on red, but only sometimes.
Yeah.
And there's a light that indicates whether if it is right on red or not.
Exactly. If this is lit, no right on reds.
And like people, so like, no, I'm sorry, that is wrong. I said the wrong thing. Okay. There's a light that changes whether the road is straight through or a turning lane.
Oh, okay.
So if the red light is on,
there's a couple like that in downtown Jacksonville as well.
It's right turn only. You are not illegally allowed to go straight through.
Yeah.
And people don't care.
Yep. They would just fly through
go
it.
Straight through regardless.
Yep. So at this light where it is a right arrow, a right red arrow, it says, no, don't turn right on red. I have to get in the other lane because if I'm in that lane and I'm stopped, people will just honk at me the entire time. And I'm like, it specifically says no right turn on red. There's a sign right there. You're losing your mind because I won't break the law for you. So I had to get in the other lane, which also has the same light. And for whatever reason, people are like, oh, we're 1 lane over, so we're technically not in the right lane. But people, if I weren't there, people would still run that light as well. Which is not surprising. People run red lights, as you've seen in Houston, lots of time.
If people are going to treat me like a nuisance for following the law,
I'm going to be a nuisance.
I will go out of my way to be an even bigger nuisance. You ain't getting to work today, bud.
Nope.
You better strap the fuck in. We're sitting at this light for the rest of the day.
Whoops, I've stalled my car, and I've lost my keys, and now I'm drunk.
Wouldn't you know? Yeah! That's me throwing my keys into the trees. I can't drive anymore. I guess you have to move.
And then he goes around you, and you pull out another set of keys out of your back pocket.
I have my spare keys are in the car.
Mike says...
He gets out of the car to come yell at me, and I just beef a really loud one right in his ear. I didn't need to take that tire off at all.
Yeah, I guess not. Good for the practice, though. Mike says, I know a dude, or better, the local myth of a dude that drank a lot, and once he was driving, and he was stopped by the police. So the police gave him an alcohol test, and he was super effing high. So they revoked his license for really drunk driving. He contested it. It went to court, and he won because the evidence being the test, they considered the test wrong because it was so high, he should have been puking his soul out or been in the hospital.
There is a thing that in the States, I don't know if it's the same in Italy, but if you get a speeding ticket or some kind of like traffic ticket,
Okay.
the cop who wrote you the ticket,
Yeah.
if you contest it and then get a court date and show up to court, like 9 times out of 10,
Cops
the
ain't gonna
cop
show.
won't even show up.
No.
The cop won't even show up to the court date.
Why would
And
he?
then it gets thrown out. It gets thrown out and you don't have to pay any penalties.
Why would he? What's the benefit for him? He's already gotten what he needed. He's filling his quota.
It's mostly a matter of how much time are you willing to spend.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've never had a speeding ticket, so I don't really know about that specifically.
What was I gonna say? There was this thing. I feel like it was on No Stupid Questions on Reddit.
That's such a good subreddit. I asked a question on there the other day about thumbs.
Okay. I wasn't expecting.
Not even kidding.
Wasn't expecting that response. So he was like, "Hey, sorry for the long post, but I had a hypothetical question and I wanted to know if this was possible." He goes, "Okay, so let's say you've had too much to drink and you're driving." He goes, "Bad situation, I know, but it's part of the hypothetical situation, so just go with it." He goes, "Let's say you're driving drunk and you get pulled over. The cops are parked right behind you because you've already stopped. If you were to get out of your car and throw your keys as hard as you can away from you into like the bushes or into the ocean if you're near it, in full view of the police to where they could not have missed the fact that you are no longer in possession of your keys, and if you take a full bottle of whiskey and just down it in front of them, could they arrest you for drunk driving?" Because they have
because they don't know you could have got drunk after you threw the keys.
Exactly. They have no proof that you were drunk while you were driving. Only
And they saw that you were not able to operate a vehicle because you couldn't turn it on.
Yes, you were only seen drinking a massive amount, which would influence your blood alcohol level. But you only did that after you were no longer in possession of your keys. And I was like, you know what? This is a really good hypothetical question.
What did people say?
Nobody, I mean, they're like, you're going to get a ticket. Realistically, we can hypothesize.
Realistically, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to go to jail. But like, we can hypothesize that all of the factors should, if they're following the letter of the law, you should get out of that one because they have no proof that you were drunk while you were driving.
I want to climb into his trunk, and then when he comes in to take his car away, I pop out of the back, go, bah! I pop out, I go, bah! And then he rolls the car 15 times because he gets scared. Oh, you know what?
It would be up to probable cause at that point, yeah. Oh, battery, yeah. Batteries.
Batteries.
Give the car back to him with no battery.
Here you go.
It doesn't start. I'll sell you a battery.
I run inside. close and lock the door.
I haven't paid you yet. Also, this plan needs so much forethought to work. Yeah. I mean, so, another detail was if you always carried an unopened bottle of whiskey in your car. Because if the seal is not broken on the whiskey, it is not illegal to have it in your car.
Technically, yes.
So, like, the plan was just to always have, like, an unopened travel bottle of whiskey in the glove compartment. You know, like they used to. Your drinking wine or your driving wine.
You're driving gloves, you're driving glasses, you're driving wine.
Uh-huh.
I have less money now than I did before I started that job. Oh, no, because I bought a bunch of stuff. Never mind.
Yeah, typically these side missions are good for experience, whereas like the big ones, the story missions will get you some places.
Other tasks.
You're just never gonna work on that Eclipse, are you?
What Eclipse?
The Hinata Moon Mark
This
1.
one? Oh, I'll do this. I was just looking at the other stuff. I wasn't trying to keep an Eclipse from you.
It's like I'm just staring at the freaking Eclipse.
Come on, do it. I'm like, let's work on the Honda
Let's work on the
Accord.
Volvo. Wow, a Volvo, guys.
My friend in high school drove one of these.
You fucking.
My aunt has one.
That might depend on the state. Some places require it to be in the trunk or out of reach. That's a good point. That's a very important detail.
I never understood like what the leeway on that was. Like if I have an open bottle of vodka in the trunk of my car in a cooler,
Right.
like, is that cool? Or if a cop catches me with that, am I going to get a ticket?
So here's where you go, like, letter of the law, spirit of the law kind of thing. Because the letter of the law says no open bottles of alcohol in the car. End of sentence. But
Hard stop.
Yeah, realistically, if you are going to someone's house, if you are going to a house party and you're like, hey, I have this big bottle of Texas honey that I'm not going to drink on my own. So I'm going to put it in a cooler. I'm going to put the cooler in the back seat, and I'm going to drive straight there, straight here, or from here to there, no stops in between. The spirit of the law should allow that.
Like the cop would pull over. He would, for whatever reason, need to search my vehicle. He finds an open bottle of alcohol that is clearly not being used or drinking and is in the trunk of my car.
Yeah, I would like to think that a reasonable person would look at the driver, and well, that depends on what they got pulled over for in the first place. Like, if they were not driving erratically, and let's say it's like, you know, your wheel is rattling around on the hub and it's going to come off, and you are a danger to other drivers, but not because of your inebriation. Like, cop pulls you over and goes, hey, your car is about to fall apart and you're going to cause an accident. You need to get this addressed right now. And they go, is that booze in your back seat? And you go, oh yeah, I'm just headed over to a friend's house. I can imagine no universe where that's a problem. Other than, you know,
or if I had like
the wheel.
If I had
off.
like a hatchback, that he could see into like the trunk of my car,
right,
and see that there is a half-empty bottle of vodka back there, but it is like completely out of my reach.
Yes.
And I'm obviously sober.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, it needs to be contextual. Like, you look at the driver and go, all right, look, you're obviously not off your nuts. Like,
bro, you are blasted right now. What do you mean? Dude, you are sober. I'm not, what are you talking about? You need to calm down, sir.
There was something.
Whoa. Okay, I'm over here now.
Your freaking internet. Oh, by the way, Quentin says, finally a car that's nicer than your Lyft.
Hey, my Lyft is nice. It's got this custom paint job to only look like it's rusted. Oh, okay. I saw when it finished because I could actually click on the thing.
Yep, when it becomes available, that means it's done. Now you're getting it. Bang. Free battery.
Battery. What's the goop looking like? Goop's looking pretty good. He's a little low on windshield wiper fluid.
Brakes are good. Coolant's a little low. Mike says, yeah, but what if I just want to sleep there? Mike said, this I know as a fact. At least I've been told as a policeman, if you don't own a car license, you can sit in the driving seat while in a public parking spot. Oh, you can't sit in the driving seat while in a public parking spot.
So is this a situation where I can just top it off without getting in trouble?
If it's not part of the order, yeah, this is all additional to the. It's not going to break anything by you adding fluid.
It does not look like it is a part of the order.
Okay, then yeah, this is just you contributing.
Oh my god,
fluid.
look how many things there are.
Yeah, it's a good one. We're gonna be. Oh, we got pistons. Oh, we got piston work. Oh yeah, buddy, we're getting into it now.
Oh no, that sounds bad.
Yeah, it is 11 o'clock. We ain't done till 2:30.
Oh no.
We got so much to do.
You're so excited about this.
Oh, this is something I love doing.
All right, so since it's not a part of the order, I feel like it would be okay if I just kept.
What did you piss in? Because this was explained to us in the context of parking spots outside discos. Yeah.
Discos?
A club.
Like a dancing club?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the rule is, and it all depends on. So this goes to, like, going to a car show. Like, if you go to a car show, I can, if the owner of that car allows me to, if I politely ask, hey, do you mind if I have a seat in your passenger seat? I've been looking at these racing seats, and I wanted to see if they're comfortable or not. He goes, yeah, sure, go ahead. Or if I go, hey, I've been thinking about getting this steering wheel, or I like these gauges. Do you mind if I have a seat and look at them real quick? I'm sitting in his car. So I'm in a position where I could be in control of his car if I had the keys. But in that context, no one's going to assume that I'm about to drive off with this dude's car from a car show. And a lot of people would preferably sleep in a friend's car than drive home drunk. Yeah. I think that's the discussion from the Reddit post, because in order to sleep in your car, you would have to throw your keys into, like, sufficiently far enough that you would not be able to find them. And then you'd have to sleep in the back seat or the trunk of the car where you have no access to the controls.
I feel like I should just buy like 80 of these rubber bushings.
That's what I do. I buy them in batches of 50. Oh, I'm so excited to get to the piston work. So many little pieces and parts. Speaking of making things new, I've had this, like, Samsung laptop, and it's like an Ultrabook, but it's a 10-year-old Ultrabook, so it's still razor thin, but it's not very powerful at all. It's like a 3rd gen i5, so it's like dual core, I think, or maybe it's like quad core. I can't remember. But it's not powerful at all, but it is super light, and I like the keyboard on it. And I have... you got to take your sway bar end links off. There you go. I've been trying to get the BIOS updated on it for years, because Samsung just stopped providing support for them because it just wasn't like one of their big sellers. So I was finally able to get the BIOS updated on that frickin' thing today.
I pulled out an old Samsung Gear tablet I had.
Oh, yeah?
And I didn't keep updating it after I stopped using it.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
now it is so old that I can't update it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Or can you not update it,
I
or
can't.
can't update it past a certain point?
I can't connect to anything. Like, it won't connect to anything to be updated.
Oh, that's weird.
It's like, oh, weird. We can't connect to your you can't connect to your Google account. And I'm like, all right.
think there must be a way to software update it via PC. Yeah, there's probably a way that you can
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
push it
But I don't.
over USB.
It seems like more hassle than it's worth, to be honest.
Oh, see, that's much like this video game. I love stuff like that. Like finally figuring out how
zoom
to.
out more.
Does your scroll wheel not back you out?
No, I zoomed out as it can.
Oh, okay.
Oh, white. I think everything in here is. Nope, there's some stuff in the engine that needs to be done.
Yeah, there
Some
is.
stuff in the back that needs to be done.
I see a flywheel in there.
Excuse me. Let me get the back here. I'm screwing it. What is this piece?
Sergio says my old Nexus 7 gets turned on like every 6 to 7 months. Those things were powerful but lacked storage, so the updates keep maxing it out. Does the Nexus 7 not have expandable storage with an SD card? Or was that before that became popular or like pretty much standardized? I have no idea. I'm gonna see. Let's see if Nexus 7 has an SD slot.
I remember when I got my first Google what is that phone call that I have?
Oh,
Pixel. Yes. When I got my first Google Pixel, I was a little bit disappointed because I couldn't do expandable storage. Actually, it wasn't even the Pixel. It was one of my Samsung phones. Couldn't do expandable storage. I'm like, well, that's stupid. I need expandable storage. And now it's just like none of my phones do it. So.
It looks like the Nexus 7 has soldered storage, so it is not expandable. What was that? Is it Blade Runner? I think there's a character in Blade Runner named Nexus 6. Nexus 6 Blade Runner. Yes.
I like how the lubricant they use to get the stuff out is not called WD-40.
It's
called WD-04.
It's like DW-404 or something like that. I don't know if you can see the whole can, but it's definitely they do just enough to not let you see that it's
I never really considered that WD-40 is it's DW-04.
Yeah.
But I never really considered that WD-40 is like a product and you need to like license it to show it.
Mike says, I still need to find a new phone. He says WD-40 is just displaced water?
For some reason, like, I didn't know this. I learned this on literally TikTok last night.
Okay.
That WD-40 is not intended to be a lubricant. But the guy who was explaining it, he's basically saying that if you spray WD-40 on a sticker and let it soak for a few minutes, it just wipes right off. It works way better than Goo Gone or any kind of sticker removal stuff. Just spray WD-40 on it, let it sit, wipes right off.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's not real. Like it's used as a lubricant, but it wasn't designed to be a lubricant. And I'm just like, well, then what was it for?
WD-40, the WD is water displacement. But yes, I know the 40 comes from, like, it's basically the 40th attempt at it. Like, they had 39 different formulas, and then the 40th one actually did what they expected it to, so that's the one we stuck with, but I had forgotten what the WD was. Called water displacement. I had forgotten that entirely.
See, in the universe that Car Mechanic Simulator lives in, they got it right on the 4th attempt.
Exactly.
And they just called it Displaced Water 40. Or Displaced Water 40.
It was used on nuclear missiles. Holy Jesus.
Oh. That is news to me.
WD-40 as a brand, however, has way more stuff. Yeah. I mean, there's always stuff like, what is it? PB Blaster is a good,
PB&J.
Yeah, exactly. What's the other one is,
What?
you got some timing gears on the other side.
What is the problem? Is it this thing? Oh, there's
Yeah.
stuff in here that's messed up too.
Oh, yeah. What do you think you get actual invention, if not from the military? Oh, yeah.
Peanut butter. Because it was invented by George Washington Carver.
Oh, okay. Got it.
The military didn't invent peanut butter. What?
Timing chain.
It doesn't even look bad.
It doesn't, but you just got you got to get it out so you can get that timing gear off.
Trust me, bro. It's bad. What?
You
Leave me
got
alone.
you got to get that timing cover off.
All right, I'm gonna finish this.
This is where Logan goes, "All right, I'm done."
Is this whole thing the cam gear, like this weird triangle piece and all?
Yes, it should be.
So I need to get all of this new. Yes.
Yeah, all the coolest stuff in the world either came from racing or the military or outer space. All the
like
cool
the Oxus.
the coolest stuff on your car either came from a tank, a race car, or a spaceship. That camshaft looks okay. What are you taking that one off for?
It's telling me to.
Is it really? Is it glowing?
No, it's not. No, it's not telling me to. But I do need to take this bit off.
Yes.
There's all this shit in the way.
There you go. Start with the roller. Then with the belt. Most, if not all, modern European car companies make engines for planes, and they used to make tanks. Looking at you, Volvo. Yeah, who's the one I always forget? It's Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royce makes freaking jet engines.
And Toshiba makes trumpets.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The motorcycle company Toshiba makes a bunch of like musical instruments.
I mean Yamaha.
Toshiba does too, I think.
Oh, well, I know Yamaha makes keyboards and Quentin says that's Yamaha. So we might be talking about Yamaha.
I'm starting to doubt it now because people are telling me I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain Toshiba does too.
I'm gonna look up
Right.
Toshiba.
Quentin says nope, and so I believe Quentin.
I know Toshiba is like known for making their own hard drives. Or, for mixed results. And they make their own laptops. Not true. Rolls-Royce plane engines and cars are two different entities? But still, I just meant like as a brand. There's no way there's two different companies named Rolls-Royce that have nothing to do with each other. I'll be shocked if that's the case.
How do I get to this fucking thing, huh?
Well, which one are you looking for?
I'm looking to get to whatever is inside of this. These little shapies inside.
Okay, so you need to lift the car up. We need to get down to the crankshaft, baby. Is an eclipse, so we're probably dealing with crank walk. Any Eclipse owner is very familiar. Did you drain the oil yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay, go ahead and take the oil pan off. Might be wrong. There's a Yamaha plant where I live in Georgia. The only music Toshiba is associated with is headphones. But I think it builds jet skis.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Well, it's like Lamborghini. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like they are technically the same brand. Like the Lamborghini that makes supercars and hypercars. That badge is also on farming equipment.
Does the Lamborghini farming equipment have the same like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get rich on YouTube and buy a Lambo?
I don't think so.
Because like, could I like buy a Lamborghini tractor and be like, yeah, I got a Lambo, it's out back.
So
I use it. I use it to sow my cornfield.
Yeah, the crazy thing about that is that the price of a Lamborghini tractor is not that far away from like a JCB or like other brands. Like the disparity between the price tags of a Lamborghini versus other brands is not nearly what it would be in the automotive world.
Oh, so I have to take this off from the bottom and then drop it to get it out from the engine.
Yes. We got a lot of work to do, buddy.
This is very complicated.
It's great. I think that they don't have anything to do with each other. Yeah, I didn't mean like they are making them in the same factory or anything. I just mean like the brand. Basically like Honda. Honda makes cars. Honda makes backup generators. Toyota. What else does Toyota make? Toyota make anything else? Okay, so you've got take that other rod cap off. So click into the engine and then on the top right of the crank, there you go, rod cap. It got originated from the same Lamborghini, but now they're different companies?
I wish there was a button to toggle the blue lines because sometimes they make it kind of confusing to see.
Yeah, well, when you have...
Should I take this off?
We're gonna.
I gotta take this off.
So, next the transmission needs to come off.
That's this guy.
That, but the starter has to come off. And here's where you're going to get upset because you need to lower the car to get into it. This is a front wheel drive. What'd I tell you?
I feel like a cat.
You sound like Lewis.
No, he's more
look at the license plate. It's faster.
Oh.
In Leet speak,
okay.
You see. So take your starter off, and then you can take your transmission off. Now you can raise the car again and take off the transmission.
Gearbox. Make Duke Nukem Forever 2. Make Duke Nukem Forever.
Duke Nukem Eternal. All right. Throw out bearing.
All right. Whatever this guy is, I need a new one of these. So add that to my shopping list.
Uh-huh. Calls it a clutch release bearing. I can't call that anything but a throw out bearing. Friction plate, you're definitely going to need.
Friction plate?
Yeah. That's that thing you're looking at there is two different pieces. There you go.
Oh.
So
flywheel.
Yeah. So now you're on the clutch plate.
Why is it?
It's turning red because if you were to try to take off the flywheel, the clutch plate would get in the way. So, take that off first. There you go. And now you can take off flywheel.
Man, ours is crazy.
Randy's too busy being a movie producer and greenlighting the casting of a too short comedian to play the straight man soldier.
What movie are you talking about?
He also has some the magic tricks he'd like to show you. and a flash drive with some very interesting movies on it.
What's
Okay.
the problem here?
So, your pistons are still attached to the crankshaft. So, we need to lower the car and go back to the top side of the engine. If there is a mission that will get...
What movie are you talking about, Sergio?
If there is a mission that will get Logan to stop playing this game, it is this one.
No, I'm liking this. Like, I'm acting like it's annoying me, but it's not really annoying me that much.
All right, so pull your spark plugs. Or the camshaft.
Oh, these guys?
Yeah, you can do either one.
Oh, so I did need to pull the camshaft.
Yes, you did. I didn't realize it at the time. But you don't need to pull it because it's bad. We just need to remove it
Get it out of the way.
to get the head off, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they're making a Borderlands movie. Man, I need to play those games.
Yeah, Shelby and
I've
always kind of balk at the first one because we tried to play the first one and it was just so monotonous. I really
pretty much from what I heard is people say just skip the first one, play 2 and 3.
Yeah, two was fine. It's a first person shooter.
I've also heard that Tales from the Borderlands is really good too.
Well, that's a more story based one, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Obvious.
it's a Telltale game, so
Okay, that's right. I couldn't remember if it was Telltale or not. It was fine. Like, it's a first person shooter. So those don't really...
I mean, it's a looter shooter, so it's basically like Destiny.
What are you raising it to do? Oh, you're
Pull
pulling the
this out
exhaust out? Oh, no, you can't
Exhaust.
get that. Nope. We are not there yet.
Ah, gee whiz, Cap.
But while you're here, go ahead and take that Never mind. See if you can get that exhaust header off. The downpipe. Nope. Keep going closer to the engine.
This one?
One farther up than that. Farther away from you. That thing. Front exhaust section. Yeah. See, take that off. There we go. Now
Okay.
you can drop it down and get to work on the engine bay. Learn the story of 1 and the DLC. Play 2, 3, pre-sequel and Tales. And Knuckles.
I know for a while that Tales was actually impossible to buy because Telltale shit the bed.
Like, for, like, rights management or something?
Like, you couldn't buy it. It was not available to buy. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was not available to even
Jeez.
download.
Okay.
Like, even if you'd already purchased it.
So that thing on the front is your throttle body. So take that off.
But it's available now. It's on Steam. I see that rusty screw. I'm gonna goop that so good. Never mind.
Borderlands 2. Oh, wait. Like Rolls-Royce, the cars is Rolls-Royce Motor Cars under BMW, while the plain engine Rolls-Royce is the Rolls-Royce Holdings, which is an aerospace and defense company. Huh, okay. Well, then, yeah, I guess they're not the same company. I still think it's funny that the same name is attached to either. Turbo's got to come off first. They split in the 70s. Okay, so at one point they were the same company. I imagine they would have to be. Like I was saying, there's no way two companies just happened to name their company Rolls-Royce. And everybody was fine with it. What comes off next? You have some timing here. Oh, your injectors.
These things.
Yeah, your fuel rail and injectors.
Man, how accurate is this to a real engine?
It's good. It's about 60% of the way there.
Okay, so it's not like I'm not going to learn how to disassemble an engine from this game.
No, but you'll get the rough strokes of it. Actually, one of my favorite stories is that I played a car mechanic, one of these genre, like one of these games on the Nintendo DS, early in Shelby and I's dating span, and then the weekend after I played that game, we replaced the spark plugs on the Kia Sportage that I was driving.
Sergio says, "Boy, howdy, that person's car is messed up."
Yeah.
Yes, it is, Sergio.
Me and the mad
Yes, it
scientist
is.
gotta pull the engine apart and replace the piston rings you fried. Double clutching or granny
still
shifting, not double clutching
Okay,
like
I
you
still
should.
gotta take all the. I gotta take all the pistons out.
Yes, all pistons must go.
Thought I could get away with only removing the 2 I needed to replace.
No, it's all bolted. So pistons out and then head off.
So no head.
No head. Actually, is that all your pieces?
No.
'Cause the crankshaft.
There's a couple in. There's a couple in there I need to get in at.
Okay, so the crankshaft does need to come out. You got like a timing gear on the side. Oh, that's your water pump. That's what that is. But yeah, this isn't like this isn't going to be exactly. Oh. There you go.
Huh?
Yeah,
What fluid?
that's part of your coolant. So when you unbolted the water pump, your fluid dumped onto the floor. I don't think any of the other ones are linked. Just the coolant that's mounted, that's runs through the water pump. Yeah, I'd say a more accurate representation is the game Wrench. Wrench is like dedicated to accuracy.
Like if they made a game that was like 1-to-1 exactly like rebuilding an engine, but held your hand like this game does, I think I would have fun with it.
We can play Wrench at some point. Now, once you're like got your feet under you with this game, we can play Wrench sometime because Wrench, I think you'll enjoy the graduation of this
Wait a minute.
to Wrench.
I didn't need to take all that shit apart.
That's okay. I mean, that's what I was asking. I was like, does your crankshaft need to come out? Because I didn't see any outline.
Like these pieces right, see these like little things that are around here?
Uh-huh. Those have already come out.
I thought they were still in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were still in there.
That's okay.
God damn it.
We,
Okay.
you didn't do more than like another 45 seconds of unnecessary work.
All right, let's go shopping.
The cool thing about Wrench is that it is VR compatible. So you can literally walk around the car as you fix it.
Oh, I like that.
What?
That it's VR compatible and you can do it with your hands.
Yeah, it's really cool. The other thing that it does is accurate torque specs. So every bolt, and there are thousands of bolts on this car. There's only one car in that game.
I just bought 50 rubber bushings.
Yeah, there you go. Just wait till you get to the small rubber bushings.
Rubber baby bouncing bumper.
But yeah, every bolt on that car has a torque spec. And in order to have a perfectly built car, or in order to complete a mission, you have to get every single bolt properly torqued. Because if you under torque it or over torque it, there's a grading system, and you get deductions. Lamborghini originally made tractors, boilers, AC units, and the founder of Lamborghini I can't remember his name. Had a Ferrari, but he didn't like the
I
transmission.
bet his first name is Gary Lamborghini.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his whole first name.
So he went to the founder of Ferrari. That's Enzo, right? Enzo Ferrari. With a suggestion on how to improve it, and Enzo Ferrari apparently said something along the line of, "What do you know about cars? You make tractors." And then Lamborghini started to make cars. Oh, it's great.
Man, people really need to watch their fucking mouth, huh?
I love the sentiment among like high end car culture. It's like, that's not a Ferrari, that's a Dino. And like just because it's not a like purebred Ferrari, they just completely cast out these cars that are like one step away. It's like, yeah, you got a Dino, pal. You don't have a Ferrari.
Dino D's nuts. Okay, I think I'm ready to rebuild. We can rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
Stronger, faster than before.
That must have been one of the worst things the man had ever said.
I'm constantly hearing stories about how people are like, yeah, okay, whatever, dude,
Mm-hmm.
and then they always live to regret it.
Yep. So rule of thumb. I always start with the crank. You can go ahead and tighten that water pump. I always start.
Against it.
Okay, I always start with the crank. So you'll need to be under the car because everything comes off the crank.
Yeah, it does. La, la, la.
He created the worst competitor he could have ever had. Yep.
He's his own worst enemy,
and
it sounds like.
And it all started because the guy was trying to help him. He was like, hey, man, this thing does not shift the way I think it should. The rest of this car is amazing. I just want it to shift a little bit. That's like my car. Mitsubishi makes some incredible pieces of my car. Mitsubishi makes fantastic turbochargers. But they make terrible transmissions. Mazda.
Did I buy 4 of these things? I think I bought 4 of these fly plates, flywheels.
I mean, you'll use them. Mazda. Mazda makes fantastic suspensions and transmissions. They have terrible electronics. Like, that's just how these things go. Like, car companies can't be good at everything they do, or else you're going to pay as much as a freaking Koenigsegg. All right, throw out bearing. And then your trans.
You know what I think would be fun for a stream?
What's
now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
If when I moved to Texas,
Okay.
if you taught me how to change the oil in my car.
That's what I thought this was gonna go. Frankly, I'm very happy to hear you say that. That this video game can be like, yeah, I could do an oil change.
I mean, I always knew that doing an oil change of my own car is within my realm of abilities to do.
Yeah, but that's
really lazy.
That's where it starts. Is just like, I could do that. I mean, that's how computers started with me. Like, I saw somebody else do something in a computer game, and I was like, I could do that. So I looked up how to do it. All right, so you got to drop in your pistons and rods from the top. You can do your accessories while you're up there. Didn't... Mazda engines are decent. Wish they tripped the triangle gear. I mean, hey. The Wankel rotary is a blessing, and we should be thankful that we have as many as we have. It is not without its flaws, though. Even as much as I love it, it is a bear to live and deal with. Everything about it has to have special, like, treatment. You have to buy special oil because it runs so much hotter than a piston engine. You can't drive it. That's the crazy thing about the rotary engine. You can't drive it carefully. Oh, you're pulling out your pistons now.
I know. I think I need to make this one be the 100% one because this is the one I need to replace.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
I'm not sure if that's how this game works, but I'm just doing it just in case.
I think as long as all 4 of them are above whatever the percentage the customer asked for, you should be okay. And if you're unsure, you can check your order and see if it's been checked off. But, like, you can't drive a rotary engine calmly, or else it won't generate enough heat, and things will start to, like, wear out faster. Because it's designed to run hot. So there was a light on the dash in the RX-7 that basically warned drivers they were driving too casually and go, hey, rev the nuts off of this thing or else it's going to fall apart. I still want a rotary car. That is such a cool thing. I love the way they sound. They sound like an angry bee's nest all the time. Oh, they're so cool. That's why I love that they finally put an RX-7 in GTA so that I can drive the car that I love so much. My uncle, which is a car nut, as I said before, didn't believe rotary hinges existed. They don't make sense. I'll be honest, like watching the way they move doesn't look like it should work. It's like, let's design this awesome engine that should not be in a daily driver vehicle and then put it in the thing that it should not be in. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they put it in a sports car, but like, I drive a sports car, but I don't drive it like it's a sports car every time I drive it. Sometimes I'm just going to the mailbox, or I'm just going to get groceries in my comically small trunk. But like,
It sounded like you were about to say groceries. Like, that is so groceries.
groceries. But like, yeah, but the problem is they basically created a scenario where even if you were just, you know, driving through, like if you lived in a quiet neighborhood, the car would be like, hey, you need to wind this thing up. I don't care where you are or what time it is. Which car is that in GTA? It's the one that I have. It is the ZR350. I will, like I've actually painted and styled mine to look like the RX-7 Spirit, the one that's hard to find with the whatever that special green paint job is that's hard to find.
I couldn't play this game on expert. I've determined. I can't. It's really fun to play in this mode. I'm really enjoying this, but like, if they were like, yeah, you need to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't.
Yeah. You do it enough times and you start to build the muscle memory. Let me see.
That dong, dong, da dong, dong, dong.
See here.
Is the water pump what the coolant was going through?
Yes. GTA
Now I can refill the coolant.
ZR350? Yeah, so that's a good enough picture. Let's copy that there, and then I'll paste it into in context because we are on the stream having this discussion.
I like the glug glug sounds.
Yeah, it's a really good bottle noise.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, perfect.
So yeah, that is the ZR350, and then RX-7 FD3S. Let's look for an orange one, just for a good comparison. Oh, that's right. The freaking Fast and Furious one. Tokyo Drift one was orange, so that's all that comes back. Yeah, it's close enough.
I don't see any cops around.
And if there are, they won't chase you because they can't go fast enough in Tokyo. So yeah, there's the two comparisons in
These
context.
spark plugs are kind of trash. This one's 31%.
The same day I told him about rotary engine while we were parked and eating, there was a rotary Mazda nearby, and I told him to go ask the owners if it was true, but he wouldn't listen. There's I want to say yearly meeting called Seven Stock, where all of the rotary engine, or like the RX rotary experimental cars. So you'll see like RX3s and RX8s and RX7s. I think there's like 3 other models that have rotary engines, but they are not called the RX. And I can never remember. One of them is called like, it's the name of a flower, I think. Let me look it up. What cars have rotary engines? What cars have rotor? Yep, thank you for the autocomplete. The Audi A1 has a rotary. Mazda Cosmo, AMC Pacer, Citroen GS Birotor, Chevrolet Aerovet. Did not expect to see a Chevrolet on this list.
Aerovet 10? No.
NSU Row 80. I do not know what that is. AMC Pacer. Wow, look at that Chevrolet Aerovet. Dang, dude. It's a cool looking car.
I think I fucked something up.
What? Why? What is it? It says your camshaft still needs to be done.
Yeah, and I have the top on it now.
You do.
And a spark plug.
Quentin says, sorry, I think you need to take that whole thing apart.
Why is this not done?
Why is what not done?
Spark.
Well, we're going to need to take the head off anyways to get to that camshaft. So go ahead and tear it back down again. And it might... So what you may have done is replace the camshaft, but the other one is not of a high enough percentage, so it doesn't count as complete. I've done that a couple times.
But I bought a new one.
So that one's 70. And look at your order details.
Did I not buy a new one?
So your other one's probably new. There's 2 cams, one in intake and exhaust. So look at the other camshaft. That one's brand new. And the other one is
swap the camshafts.
70. And look at your order and see what the percentage requirement is. 72. It is just shy.
Camshafts.
Yep, I've done that before.
I gotta take this whole fucking thing apart again.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
No?
Just take your camshaft caps. We do need to take the timing gears off, but you don't need to take it all apart.
Do I need to take the water pump off again?
No. Okay, so take your timing gear off the left side, and then your timing stuff off the right side as well. So yeah, tensioner, belt, gear, and then that's all for this side. And then you see if you can take out that. Yeah, okay, it won't let you slip it out. All right. Some models will just slip out, and some are bolted in. And then gear and chain. Well, you might even be able to get away without moving the chain. Yep. Okie dokie. So that one's fine. You don't need to mess with that one. That's the 100% one.
Well, if I swap them, it'll be fine. Because this one didn't need to be changed at all.
Right. But so go to your inventory. Or go to mount that that camshaft. And you should have a choice of which one you want to put back. And you'll have one that's too low and one, never mind. They are all low. So any of those put back in this engine are going to be too bad.
So I need to swap these camshafts.
You could, or you could just buy another camshaft.
That sounds easier.
Sergio says, "All right, y'all, it was fun, but I gotta head out, so I'm not a zombie at work tomorrow. Fix that engine." Oh, we're gonna be here.
We out here.
I'm just glad this dude's not in the bathroom.
He's impatiently standing behind me, tapping his foot with his arms crossed.
Yes, Sonic is tapping his feet.
That's the game over sound.
Ah, okay. Is that like the Mario Sunshine ones that aren't Mario Sunshine?
I remember when we were first talking about that sound, you were saying that it was from Mario 64. I'm like,
I was like,
what?
yeah, it's when you like run out of lives. And it's like all I remember about it is that it has trumpets at the end.
I really don't like telling people that they're wrong, because usually when I'm doing that, it's because I'm wrong.
Yeah, and you were like being really like gentle about it. You're like, I
don't think that's what it is. You're like, yeah, it is. It's got the trumpets and
yeah, and the
no,
trumpet was the
game
only
over.
thing I was solid on. The trumpet was the only part. I was like, it goes honk 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 at the very end. I was like, and then I think you were just like, I've played a lot of N64. I don't think that might be in there, but I don't think it's the death song.
And then I said, "Are you sure you're not thinking about Mario Sunshine?" And you went, "Oh yeah, Mario Sunshine."
Because it still doesn't make any sense to me that that's in Sunshine. Because all this. Oh wait, that's a 67. Make sure that that's not
yeah,
one
but
of your...
that wasn't a part I needed to
Okay,
replace.
that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that's not one of the things you need to replace.
Serpentine Bell.
All the songs in Sunshine are like tropical and steel drum and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, what would a freaking like goofy horn be in Sunshine for?
I think we even went so far as to like look up the game over sounds.
I think you sent it to me in a like a Facebook message. You were like, "Oh, is this the song you were trying to think of?"
We had this conversation in a hotel room.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember where we were. It might have been Ashley's wedding. I don't really remember. But we had this conversation in a hotel room.
Yeah,
That's really all I remember.
The horns at the end.
I'm like, I really don't think so. And you're like, oh, yes, it is.
This freaking guy doesn't know anything about Mario.
This guy doesn't fucking know about Mario.
There's spaghetti on his overalls.
Go, fuck you, Luigi.
3 spark plugs. Close enough.
I'm just trying to see if I need to do any other.
So go back and look at your ignition coils.
Yes,
'cause
I'm
I
good
think-
now. I can put any
Oh, okay.
ignition coils.
Got it. 74, so that should be fine.
And I've got 4 100% ignition coils, so I'm just going to slap
technically,
these.
You also have one at 73%, which would still pass the test. Depends on how close you want to fly to the edge on this thing.
No, I'll just do the job.
Hey, like, look, man, I am already 4 hours over on this bill.
Listen, I'm basically running on overtime right now, and my boss, who's paying me under the table, is not gonna pay it to me. So
I'm eating into my own expenses at this point.
I just want to get the job done and get the fuck out of here. Come on.
I got some Mario Sunshine to play. Honk, honk, honk.
It's bothering me that my friend Clayton doesn't know what song the Game Over Honk Honk comes from. He's just like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
You know, the honks with the horns when you die.
You know, brah, 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 brah.
Honk, 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 honk.
He's just like putting his hands up
Can you
slowly,
please
backing out of the
just
garage.
fix my car?
Fuck out of here. Come on, Mario. This dude don't know about Mario. Did you ever see that video? It was from like, it's.
I think you're still in unmount mode.
I am still in unmount mode.
Okay, there you go.
It's from like, God, I want to say like 2005.
Okay.
It was these two like and I don't even know if they were putting on like an accent or a show or whatever, but like they're watching Pokemon the first movie.
Okay.
And it was the video at the beginning where Pikachu's vacation.
I can already
where
tell you I have not seen this video.
Charizard gets his head stuck in like an igloo. It wasn't
Okay.
like a stone. It was like a stone igloo. It wasn't
Got
like an igloo.
That's the next part of JoJo, Stone Igloo.
Stone igloo. I need to raise it up to do this, don't I?
You can get to the suspension from here.
But like, there's these two guys arguing. He's like Snorlax. Snorlax is the best fucking Pokemon, and the other friend's like, "What do you mean?" I'm in unmount mode.
You are.
It is like, "Fuck you, Snorlax is so tough. Look at him. Are you gonna sit here and look at Snorlax and tell me that Snorlax isn't the best, strongest fucking Pokemon?"
That's great.
He's like these guys arguing in this extremely heavy Jersey accent about Snorlax.
This is the same thing as the Wicked Witch of the East.
Oh yeah.
Grow up,
the Wicked Witch of the East.
Grow up.
The Wicked Witch of the East, bro. His sister was a princess. Are you gonna look at me and tell me I'm wrong?
She comes down in a bubble, Doug.
Grow up. I wish there was more context.
The part of that I always forget about is that the guy pulls out a knife at the end of it. It's very subtle. He flicks out a pocket knife at the end of that video. He goes, "I'm gonna stab him." And he was walking towards him with a pocket knife.
Hold on, I gotta find something. It's a different argument that's really good. Fuck, milk argument. Plain.
I was about to say, is this the argument that no other animals eat milk or drink milk except for humans?
No, it was a guy. It was a whole bunch of people in the room, but there was one guy. Oh, here it is. Stop drinking milk, Anthony.
Okay.
Stop drinking milk, Anthony. It's literally straight up milk. You don't even put anything in it. You don't even put anything in it.
Like cookies.
You don't even put anything in it. You don't even put strawberry stuff or chocolate stuff or anything.
Because I would.
Then go buy some. Stop drinking normal milk. Are you a criminal?
Did you hear any of that?
Yeah, it came through.
Stop drinking normal milk. What are you, a criminal?
What an argument.
He's sitting on the stairs and he looks so distraught. And he's not even looking at Anthony, who's in the kitchen with a big cup of normal milk.
Uh-huh.
And Anthony's got this look on his face like, "What is your problem?"
Yep.
And he's like, "Stop drinking normal milk, Anthony.
Oh.
You're disgusting."
I mean, that falls on deaf ears for me because I drink milk straight out of the jug and I will just I throw it back like a quart at a time.
Like, I don't like normal milk either, but I'm not gonna like
I love
scream at you from the stairs. You don't even put anything in it, like chocolate stuff
or strawberry
stuff.
One of the things I used to do in Jacksonville, there was a gas station called Hess, and I think it's like an East Coast thing. I think we've had this discussion before, but Hess had this thing where they sold these 52-ounce mugs. It's called the Avalanche. And
oh, Lord.
You bought the mug for like $10. And to fill it up cost as much as a large. But you got like 3 times as much. East Coast got it. It's not even East Coast. It's East Coast. It's basically in the water. But like, you got so much more than the large at the Hess gas station, and it cost just as much as a large. So I would buy this Avalanche mug and go up to the Hess station because I lived like less than a mile from the Hess station, and just get so much soda in this freaking thing. 52 ounces in this thing for like $1.50. Probably even less than that back then. But like at night, I would fill it up with milk. 52 ounces of milk And
That's a lot of milk.
it was so much
I was
milk.
wondering how this conversation was
Oh,
going into what we were
God,
discussing.
it was so much milk, and I loved it. And I had this like big long straw that I would sit it next to me on the bed and just like have this long straw just like popped into my mouth while I was playing video games or watching TV or whatever, and just sucking down milk right before bed.
See, I'm not a very big fan of milk.
And
like
I wonder
normal
why I had
milk.
freaking acid reflux.
I think I might have like a little bit of
Lactose.
what's it called? Yeah, lactose intolerant. Not so that it like gives me like farts or anything. It just
Right.
it doesn't make me feel good after.
Right.
Like I feel gross after
Very
I drink
mild
milk.
intolerant. Yeah.
Yeah. But like it's so little that like if I put anything in it, like chocolate stuff or strawberry stuff, like it does like I don't feel bad after.
I wonder
So
what other
I don't know what's up with
flavors
that.
you could do with milk.
are these part of my things? Did I not
Yes.
buy any of these?
You have not. You have a 72, which should pass the test.
This one must have been the 72.
Yeah.
But I need to buy 3 anyway, so
Right. And they're pretty cheap.
I'm just gonna. But yeah, if I drank like milk with something in it, be it cereal or chocolate stuff or strawberry stuff,
Right.
I'm fine. I just by itself, I just don't like it. I guess.
Yeah.
It also like and because of the way it like makes me
Oh.
feel after I drink it, the taste of it kind of makes me not like it either.
Important detail. When I was drinking this 52 ounces of milk, I would do this almost 3 times a week. I was racing through milk. My mom was buying multiple gallons of milk each time she went to Sam's. And by the
Oh my
way,
God.
this was whole milk. It was
Oh, I love whole milk.
52
I don't-
ounces of whole milk
When I
multiple
was a
times a
kid,
week.
my mom would always buy skim milk, and that
Yeah.
like for me, skim milk. Like I know you like skim milk, but
I prefer 2% at this point.
okay.
Well,
I-
that's
but,
not
like,
true.
I
That's not true at
grew
all.
up-
I prefer whole milk, but my body says, "Hey, knock it off. You're not 13 anymore."
I grew up on skim milk, like, and now like if I'm drinking milk, it's gonna be whole milk because like skim milk is just like white water.
It's too thin. It's too thin. Yeah.
I don't like it. Like even that, I'm just like I don't like this.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to be in the engine bay.
Let's be honest. If I had my druthers and I did not have any sort of calorie or cholesterol concerns, I would be drinking heavy whipping cream with my cereal.
My guy. I remember the first time I went over to your house.
Uh-huh.
Like one of the first times I went over to your house, I was in your fridge for some reason I don't remember. But I just remember you had like 2
Logan,
full gallons.
Get out of the fridge.
You had like 2 full gallons of skim milk, and I'm like, oh my God, this dude loves skim milk.
Yeah.
I thought that was so weird.
We had it because we were just like, all right, let's be responsible about this. Let's try to cut the calories where we can, and I don't eat nearly as much cereal as I used to, and we don't use milk as much as we used to, so it was more for
Yeah.
like cooking stuff. So also,
I
don't know if you
posted that video.
okay.
I posted that video. I just made you listen to the audio too.
Yeah.
And in context.
Okay.
I want you to bring up that video. You don't have to watch it again, but just look at that man's face and just see how distraught he is.
Oh, okay.
And then look at the other guy's face who's just like, what the fuck is your problem right now? Like the dude sitting on the stairs is so upset that his friend Anthony is drinking normal milk.
Let me mute this.
See that?
Yeah. He's like, we're concerned about you.
And like all of his friends, there's like a bunch of people in that room,
Uh-huh.
but none of them are as upset as he is. Like there's a girl who jokingly says, like cookies.
Yeah. He's also wearing a Rebel t-shirt. It's the Star Wars Rebel symbol.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Did I already go through
Rebel
all of
Alliance? Is
all
that what that's called?
50 of those friggin' small rubber bushings?
No, you haven't.
Oh, these are small rubber bushings.
Yes.
I bought regular rubber bushings.
Remember when I said wait till you get to small rubber bushings?
Yeah, he's a rebel.
He's a rebel. He rebels.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I heard that one. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to taste it on its own, but it's like there are a few foods that are illegally good. I think eggnog is a food. Eggnog is a substance that I'm glad I can't just get whenever I want it, because I would just drink entirely too much of it to a concerning degree.
Eggnog is a food that people are like, "You've never had eggnog?" And I'm like, "No." And then like I just never I keep missing my chance to try it. I've never had it.
It's such a weird drink. I don't fault people that don't like it at all, because it is so far outside any other drink. It's so I'm afraid to say anything because I don't want to paint it in the wrong light, but it's almost like a yogurt. It's so thick.
Ooh.
It's so
Like-
incredibly thick.
I mean, texture isn't really like an issue for me.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like, if people are upset about like thick textures or whatever, like
I think that's it
I
for
don't
some
care.
people. Because it is
I'll still
incredibly
try it.
viscous for a drink for something you are trying to drink. It does not pour the way other liquids pour. You are all green on this grid.
I just want to make sure I didn't remove something and then not put it back.
But the other, because everyone has a different sweetness, and this applies directly to me with laser accuracy. To me, one of the most
Yep.
unattainably perfect things to taste is sweetened condensed milk. I don't know.
I remember I made hot cocoa one year.
My God.
And it was like slow cooker hot cocoa.
Okay.
And when I was making it, I remember I had to use sweetened condensed milk. And Deidre was like, when you're done with that can, you don't rinse it out. Just hand it to me. And she had like a spoon.
I will cut my tongue to ribbons licking that can clean.
Ooh, you just, that's a thing. You just said a thing that I don't like.
What, a paper cut?
No, just cuts on your tongue.
Oh,
That grosses me out a lot. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why I do this, but like, oftentimes when I'm like eating steak or eating a meat that requires you to cut it with a knife,
okay,
my brain slips into this like psychotic thing where it's like, what if the knife slipped and you cut your tongue off? It's like, why is my tongue near the knife? Shut the hell up, brain.
I mean, I've eaten steak off of a knife before.
I won't. I will never do that.
But like, yeah, sweetened condensed milk is impossibly good. It is it feels supernaturally good.
I've never had it not mixed with something else, I don't think.
Oh, it's like I have a ridiculous sweet tooth.
I love sweets.
But like, this is so satisfying in every facet of its experience.
How do I tell if I'm missing something to reassemble on this?
Try to finish the job. It'll tell you. It's like, hey, you forgot the friggin' oil or whatever it is.
I did forget the oil.
I've done that before. When you get to the point where you're like replacing seats in the car, they're like, hey, you left a seat out of this car. Or it doesn't have a steering wheel. What do you expect the driver to do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
At work, our shaving supplies and dental stuff are in the same aisle, and every time I pass, I just think of someone brushing with a razor with no real reason for that thought. That's cursed.
Oh, look at that,
Mm.
buddy. Heck yeah, dude.
Nice job. Nice job.
I don't know what it is about like cutting my tongue on things, but that's just something that like
I used to have a
my
friend.
brain often thinks about it, and every time I do, my skin just crawls.
I used to have a friend that hated it when I would chew ice, and I was like, "Buddy, I've been chewing ice all my life. I'm not gonna stop just because you don't like it." And he would absolutely hate it when I would chew ice. Look at that, bonus 12 grand.
All right, well, this wouldn't be green if I couldn't finish it, right?
It would be, but if you've missed anything, it'll say you'll get a little pop up and say, "Hey, you forgot this."
Like even if it's a part that I removed that didn't need to be replaced, but I didn't finish rebuilding it after.
Right. You will not be able to. Okay, so there's an idler roller missing. Okay, so
Okay.
off the hood, and then it's over on the timing side. So other side, and yep. Go to your mount. Oh yeah, there's no belt as well. Put your SERP belt on. Excuse me, SERP.
Sir.
And yeah, little stuff like that.
Now, will it tell me just like one thing? Or
Uh,
will it tell me like you missed this, you missed this, you missed this?
It'll tell you one at a time. So go to try to sell it, and then if you miss anything, you'll get the next.
What is this countdown timer? Oh, that's just a job. All right.
Power steering fluid.
Neat.
Oh yeah, because you drained that one but hadn't filled it yet. But that same friend hated the idea of shaving and then accidentally like catching a fingernail with the razor.
Ugh.
And I was like, how often does that
Like,
happen?
I don't like thinking about that, but it doesn't skeeve me out as much as cutting my tongue.
Yeah. I was like, how often does that happen? He's like, it doesn't. But the thought of like nicking your fingernail with a shaving razor like gives me like folds my spine in half.
Yeah, like that's the same exact thing that happens to me. Just thinking about doing some mundane thing I do every day, and then I accidentally cut a huge gash out of my tongue now.
Yeah, I'm sure I have some of those. I can't think of any at the moment.
I remember, I'm not going to repeat it because it was the story was so bad we censored it in the video, but I told you a story about
I remember
a power
censoring
drill.
I remember censoring this
Oh,
story, but I
well,
can't even remember the
It
story.
was so bad, Brandon edited the video, but the
Oh.
story was so bad that Brandon was like, I am not putting this on the
Uh-huh.
internet.
Yeah.
It was a story involving a power drill and something I saw on the TV one time. But like, Brandon was like, no, this ain't, no. You made me listen to it. Nobody
We do
else is
not
listening to
host
this.
body horror on this channel. So now you have 3
Even
skill
body horror is fake. Okay, 3 skill points? Where?
Yes.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
So now I can buy. I don't
Buy
really
one of
care about
those.
that. I don't even really care about this. The speed stuff. I don't really care about that.
I mean, it does speed up your experience because that is the thing you do the most is tightening and loosening bolts.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to,
Oh, I see.
like, you could do the bolts and the strong arm, and that would cost 3 points. And that's your
Yeah, 'cause I
mounting
still
speed and your
can't-
bolting speed.
I still can't afford the repair shop or whatever, so
Right.
my credits aren't really high enough for that. So yeah, let's
Mm-hmm.
do this. Bazinga.
And you see how
And-
each one of those things spreads out to the one adjacent to it?
Oh, so it's not even just directly up. It's like on all
Yes.
sides.
So,
That's what they did with that one tree in Destiny.
oh yeah,
Where I was like, how am I supposed to get this if I don't want anything under it? It's like, oh, don't worry about
you
that.
just build up the one right next to it.
You go up and around.
Oh, Quentin says only on the JoJo podcast do we host body horror. God, do we? Ugh.
What? There's nothing wrong with a known serial killer crawling inside of a horse to ambush the hero of the story.
Not even the only time that a man goes on a horse.
You can't. Okay, are you seriously going to tell me that you're going to look at a horse and not think, I'm going to climb in that horse?
I can.
I'm going to climb in the horse. I'm going to climb in that horse and explode out of its neck.
Okay, here's the thing. There was a time in my life where that thought did not cross my mind. That time no longer exists now that I've seen that show.
Now I can't not.
Exactly. Now that that is a possibility that my brain has to entertain, the thought now crosses my mind because the concept of bodily invasion and horses is inextricably intertwined. Thank you, Mr. Araki. What you looking at?
I was looking for this.
Oh, okay. We're gonna work on a
So
Camaro.
Why
Camaro
is this? Why is this?
If you wait long enough, you'll get a third order that rolls in.
I see.
So you can work on a Skyline, a 350Z, or a Camaro. But it's also 11:30.
I know. I wasn't about to start another job. I just wanted to see what it was.
You should have a case, though, that you can open in your inventory. Do you want to open the case?
I wish the animation was more fanfare-ish.
Yeah. All right, got some credits. Got a barn location. Cool.
Okay, now, before I do anything else, I want to say V and sell everything below, I'll just say 30%. I can't repair anything right now anyway.
Yeah. Pretty soon you'll get to the point where you're like me. You're like, sell everything that's below 98%. If it's not perfect, I don't want it.
If it can't fix it, I don't want it.
Exactly.
Oh, come on. Dude, that dude who was shitting in the toilet the whole time I fixed the car locked the door and then closed it.
Oh, man.
I'm in the window. Wait, the outside of this building does not match the inside of this
Right.
building.
It's a Outlook Hotel.
The TARDIS.
Uh,
Backwards.
that's
Smaller on the inside.
That's the WC room. It's for Wesley Crusher. Or Wilt Chamberlain.
No, Wesley Crusher's good. I don't even know who Will Chamberlain is.
The basketball guy.
How do I buy a car for me?
Go to your pie menu. And then... Actually, get out of that. And press M. Michael. And then... you've got 10 grand. Let's go to the junkyard, see if we can find something decent.
An old...
I mean, we're not going to find something decent, I'll tell you that much.
It'll be decent by the time I'm done.
It will be a rusted death trap, but it will become decent.
Remember that episode of Fairly Odd Parents where Timmy Turner's dad was going through a midlife crisis? So he bought this old beat up car and it was everybody called it a screaming metal death trap.
No, but I remember the phrase "screaming metal death trap." That's the only part of that episode I remember is that phrase.
Is there a car in here?
No, but you can look through the junk once you've gotten to the point where you can repair
It's beautiful.
junk. You can look through these parts, and this is what I think I showed you the other day.
Yeah, you showed me this last time.
So walk around the junkyard, and then we'll see if there's any cars that tickle your fancy. You can also hold shift, and you'll go a little quicker. There's a forklift.
Power slide?
No.
No. It's beautiful.
How much for the forklift?
Is this a car?
That's a Hinata Moon Mark II. That's a 3rd gen Eclipse. No, 4th gen Eclipse.
Do they have any 2015 Chevy Cruises in here?
Let's see. Go to your pie menu. Oh, shoot. We can't get to it from here. Let's look around here, and then I'll show you what they have.
Do they have any 2005 Chevy HHRs in here?
I doubt it. HHR's not very common in video game.
I don't know. I had one, and Blaine Gibson had one. So
That's true. That's true.
He's the only other person that I know of that had one.
I still remember seeing the HHR for the first time, and I was like, it's a convertible truck. No, wait.
It is not convertible at all.
That's the SSR. The HHR is a different thing. Go back there. There's a Chrysler 300 back there.
Oh.
Oh, here you go. Right click on. Oh wow, somebody left the dash on.
Hey, I got a free radio in this thing.
Right click on it,
That's still on.
and then go to the buy menu, and it'll show you a picture of it, what it's supposed to look like.
It's not that bad.
It
It's
was
kind of cool.
white when it was originally sold. It is no longer white.
No, now it's kind of like a dark purple.
Wait, go back to that engine? It makes 762 horsepower? Jesus H.
guess.
Christ.
Is that bad?
That's a lot for that car? Holy Jesus. I mean, granted, it doesn't make 762 now, but... Oh yeah, you can examine it. Everything down into the... Oh, this is 6... Oh my god.
There's
Which is-
a lot of parts in here.
Mm-hmm. Get you some free XP from this car you're not even going to buy.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of cool. Do you think I should not buy it?
I didn't expect you to. Just because it's only the second one you've seen. Bold of you to assume I wouldn't buy the first one I saw.
I wouldn't put it past me. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and do this.
Also, see how much it costs. It is 15 grand. You ain't buying this one.
Nope, not buying this one. Stuck on a trash can lid.
What is it? Screaming Metal Death Trap?
Yeah.
That one on your right is for sale?
This guy?
Yeah.
This little guy? There's not even an engine block in here. Oh, there is an engine block.
There's half a block. No head. That is a 85 Ford Escort.
Still a little expensive.
Makes 180 horsepower, though.
Ah, it's ugly. I don't like this one.
My grandmother had that car. I put a sticker on the back window of her car. And I don't even remember where the sticker came from. I think we were at the mall and I bought something that had like a sticker like attached.
Oh, like one of those things where you put 2 quarters in it, and you slide it forward, and when it slides back, a sticker comes out?
No, it was a t-shirt. And like on the tag of the t-shirt, there was like the brand, but it also had a sticker. It was like a pretty big sticker. And I just put it on her back window, not thinking at all whether or not I should ask her if I should or not. And she left it there. She's like, oh yeah, I leave it there so I know which car's mine. And I was like, all right, I didn't realize you were encountering that many 85 Ford Escorts.
That was not the way that I thought that this story was going to end.
She had zero problems with, oh yeah, the truck. I forgot about the truck.
Oh, my mom wants a truck like this.
Yeah, she do. 7 grand.
Still pretty pricey.
But it was on there for literally decades. And we tried to take it off one time when I was like washing her car, like years and years later, and like it just chipped off. And I was like, oh, she never rolls down this window, and it's been baking in the Florida sun for 20 years.
I think that's all the cars that are here.
Yeah, there might be one more, but you're going to have to look high and low to find it. Yeah, see?
I don't know. I think I kind of want to get this truck because it's the one my mom wants.
Okay, that's... I built a truck in CMS 2018. It's a straight 6 engine.
Can I haggle with the guy?
No, the price is the price.
Yeah, but like, what if it wasn't the price?
Yeah, but
It's
it
like,
is.
it's the price. That's the price, though. It's like, yeah, but... All right, so I'm going to buy this car.
He just slams the door in your face, and you're like, yeah, but... So send it to your garage. Let's go wash it, see what we're left with.
Oh, I can't jump.
Yeah,
Bummer.
it's like Zelda. There's no jump button.
tried to leave the way I would if I was really there.
With jumping the fence.
Does not work that way.
Oh yeah, this is where you were when you left, so this is where you come back to.
Oh, that's right. I remember looking at this tarp thinking, wow, the texture is like really flowy.
Yeah.
But like the little buckles don't move.
Yo,
Like the
you're
blue
right.
does.
Oh, that's very observant.
Where is my garage?
Go around the right side. Or straight through.
Where is this thing?
It's in your front. Turn around, directly behind you. Big bay doors. There you go. Go through those.
Doors.
There you go. There's so much freaking dirt on this thing.
Is that dirt? I thought it was rust.
A lot of that's dirt.
It just turned more rusty.
Oh, it was white.
We cleaned the dirt off and it just became rustier.
We lost value because we've exposed the dirt or the rust. Pristine interior, though, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, man, I was hoping the hinges would be like,
It just falls off. What'd you do?
what'd you do? Well, as soon as I can repair stuff, this baby is going to be different colors.
How
was
much? What?
I saw like a flash of light from something.
Oh, it's probably the wheels or something.
This engine only has 3 parts.
And you're looking at 2 of them.
Orange and red all the way, baby.
Yeah. Once we get back to the garage, we'll see how much another lift costs. Well, you don't have that much money, so probably can't
No, I
afford
can't
another lift.
Can't fold it. How much you want to bet that one fuse that's in that fuse box doesn't work?
That one fuse carrying this whole car.
Look at this exhaust that's just floating.
Uh-huh. Ain't mounted to nothing.
Not a nothing.
All right. I think you've gotten everything you can. Oh boy, it's a real punch in the face when it just pops out of nowhere.
I hate seeing this.
Much
What
better.
is this?
That's like
A little
a.
generator with like a big blue guy.
I mean, that's like a evacuation hose. It's like a.
Yeah, this is like a power washer, but big.
Well, it's like a. It's to pump water out of a place, not into it.
Oh, I see. This
I
is
think
like,
that's what it
goes
seems
in
like.
and then out. That's strange.
It's like a drainage pump.
What do I need one of those
Uh,
in this climate?
it's just for environmental storytelling.
Got to make sure that the cactus don't get too wet.
Exactly. Yeah. Ah, look at it, shining in the sun.
Now,
It's no door.
to be I am from Florida, so I need to like park it somewhere
And take
like
take the wheels
right
off.
in the middle of this driveway.
Uh-huh.
Somewhere around in here, just leave it here.
Oh, here's
for
a good-
decades and decades and decades.
Here's a good test. Go see if you were to sell it. How much would it sell for?
Oh, from just washing it?
Yeah. Remember what I was showing you the other night?
Right. Okay, how do I do that?
Status and then credits. So you would only lose $800. But that most of that is from rust damage. So go inside and see if you can buy the frame straightener. How much does that friggin' thing cost?
Thank you, bus driver.
Thing you were looking for is the welder. There's a lower left one. Oh, it's $5,000.
Dang it.
So eventually, you'll be able to fix all the rust on this car, except for the one, like all the frame rust.
Yeah, better start taking some jobs if I want to start getting some money. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Too late.
But yeah, now that we have a project car, we can have some continuity and a place to dump all your earnings.
There's a lot of grease on this train.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we're
It's
gonna
not
take this
healthy.
apart now and fix that. I wonder if these are Unity assets. A lot of this seems like it would be. Because you don't interact with any of it. Send Guiji down there.
Oh, another one of those things.
Generator.
Oh,
Generator.
this isn't one of those evacuators.
No, that one's just a generator on its own.
Cheesemonger.
Hey, Steve's here.
Hey, right in time for us to stop streaming.
Sorry, pal. We are.
I'll get you, hey Steve, if it's the last thing I'll do.
Sorry, Steve. We are just about on our way out here. But look at the beautiful steed we have purchased.
Hey, Steve.
A steed. Look at those tires. Those things are bald. There's no tread on those.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a little bald.
That's true. You know what? I apologize. I will.
Just imagine the drifting that this thing
I
can
will.
take on.
I will do better.
You know what? I can't. There's
Can you
no
get
seat
in it?
for me to sit in. I can't. There's no seat.
Oh man, I wish there was. I wish you could build a car with everything except for the seats. Here's an important thing. Go back to this car, and then go
It's not
to
even a steering wheel.
right click, and then go to the status, and then go to the leftmost panel. Okay, so this is Salem 1500. So go back to the seats store. 228,000 miles on this thing. And then up in the top right, type Salem. Or no, 1500, sorry. Okay, type Salem.
My caps lock is on.
Is there not? There should be. Why is there not? Okay, clear your search. Why is there not? I thought there was supposed to be one for each.
These are all Salem.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually say which. See how that one that says GW500? That's for the GW500 car.
Where do you see that?
Bottom middle.
Oh,
And like the Earthquake is one. The Kirin is one. The M8 is one. I guess the 1500 just kind of has a generic bench. Generic bench.
is it bench or bucket?
It should be a bench. So
Lift,
yeah,
bench.
I guess you can buy which. Oh, here's an idea. Go to the bottom right one, and then
It's not even in here.
right click on it again. Bottom right to go to normal mode, and then right click, and then go to the right one, interior and additional, and go to the top. Okay, and then press X on that. Seat 3 Leather B is the name of it. And then go back to normal. And now go to the store, and it should be on your shopping list.
I think I just added this to my shopping list.
There you go. Those are the stock seats for this car. Bang, dude. No headrest. No whiplash
So no
protection. Oh, man. You get rear-ended, your head is going straight into that back glass.
Like I said, that sounds like another person's problem.
Ooh, look at that classic. Rimmed steering wheel.
I'm looking through the car,
Yes,
so I select.
you're not
something
even
when I-
clicking on. There's nothing here to click on. Ah, very nice. Yeah. You know, if you look slightly to your left, you can't even tell. This looks like a whole car right now.
Yep, it's complete.
We could
Need to pay.
we could do an Instagram post from this angle exactly.
Mhm. Don't look at my rusty windshield wipers or anything.
Right, yeah. We're going to buff those up. We're going to put some rusties on those. No,
There's no oil in the engine. Well, you know what?
just dump some oil onto the engine. Ah, so there's your problem.
There's nowhere to. Oh, let's check the old lipstick here. Yeah, look at a little light on the oil.
She's a quart low. Oh my god, that's good.
Oh, see right here, the crankshaft.
Uh-huh.
It's zero. It's question mark.
Yeah.
I do want to build up this car.
Oh, we will.
I
This will be the overarching adventure of this playthrough.
oh, that's right.
The dipstick is the newest thing on that car. That's not true. We have a seat and a steering wheel.
Yeah, I just bought the steering wheel. I'll have you know.
This seat and steering wheel have 0
Beep,
miles
beep.
on them.
Beep beep. No. That was all of the kindergartners I just ran over.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, and here I come to a sonic loop-de-loo.
Mistaken. Third newest thing. Low miles, 0 farts in these seats.
Oh, I don't have to be in the engine bay to look in the here. Okay.
No, you can actually, for the stuff that you can assemble on the ground, like you can drop pistons on it in the parking lot.
Where is the thing that I put oil? Oh, I have to build up to that. This is
Yep,
just the
you ain't got no
next
head.
thing. Oh man, this is gonna be a lot of work. I'm excited about it.
Good ADR.
So no head.
Yeah. Now you're
What if I
just doing a
skateboard, smash
donut
it on the curb?
impression.
Now you're just doing a donut impression. Yeah, she ain't much, but this baby could fit a whole bunch of seats. I don't know if you heard it, but I smacked my microphone
Oh, I
like I
did.
was smacking the top of the car.
It came through pretty clean. All right, it's almost 1 a.m. for you. What do you say we get out of here?
Listen, don't slap the hood of this car. You will get tetanus. In fact, don't even look at it. You will get tetanus.
Yeah.
Further back.
Do
You're
not
still in the tetanus
let
zone.
your tongue get anywhere near this sheet metal.
If you come to my shop, you need to wear an M95 mask, not because of COVID help, but like if you breathe near this car, you will get tetanus.
Yes. It's like Goldschlager. You'll get these like very fine cuts all in your windpipe. Still amazes me that a product is legal to sell when the manufacturer's like, yeah, it cuts up your esophagus.
It makes you drunk faster through micro cuts in your esophagus.
Yeah. Drunk by 1,000 cuts. All right, let's get out of here.
Okay.
That's going to do it for us here at Carpe Boredom. So thank you very much to anyone and everyone for watching. Whether you are studying, working, sleeping, or lurking, we appreciate you having us on in the background. Special thanks to those in the chat for keeping us company. We appreciate your time. What does that box say? Energetic. All right.
Dude, free cigos.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of them.
Oh, yeah. Free Lucy's.
Dude. Oh, man. So many free
Half-
snacks around here.
A bunch of half puff Lucy's.
There's so many cigarettes in here.
Jesus. To any new viewers, welcome. And if you like what you see, the follow is free, just like your monthly complimentary Prime Gaming subscription. And speaking of subscriptions, we got us 2 YouTube channels you can subscribe to. One for our edited gameplay videos that used to go up every Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. The other one for the re-upload of our nightly broadcast 24 hours after it ends. We also have a Snapchat and an Instagram for behind-the-scenes content, as well as a Discord where you can meet up and hang out with the other board members of our community, and a Facebook in case you want to tell your grandma about us. I know it's a lot to keep track of, so I'll make it easy for you. Follow us on Twitter, where you can get our daily and weekly updates, and hit the website, carpeboardroom.com, for our platform channel links. And while you're there, check out the store, pick up the softest shirt we ever sold. Topographic drafting. Okay. Tomorrow night, what we playing?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
You want to know about tomorrow?
Tomorrow is the day that I'm inquiring to you, Logan.
Well, you know how we spent a lot of time working on like one individual machine all night tonight?
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow you and I are going to be working on several machine all night tonight.
Tonight? Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is midnight here, so.
Oh, good point.
Tonight.
Good point. Yep. You got me there. I assume you're speaking of Satisfactory.
Ah, you got me. Busted again.
All right. Well, that's gonna be a good old time. I can't wait to pollute the air and strip the world of its natural resources, all while killing wildlife with reckless abandon.
And just running them over and over again.
Yeah. Ragdolls aplenty. All right. Well, thanks again, Logan, for joining me in some
Hey, no.
Car Mechanic Simulator 2021.
The pleasure was all mine.
No, there's some of it mine.
All right,
You
you're
don't get
right.
all the
You can
pleasure.
have all- but I want it, and it's my birthday.
But I want all the pleasure, ladies. None for you. All right. We will
the most
continue.
sensual part of a woman's body is the boobies.
Erotic. By the way, I am making an erotic soundboard. Like that is the
like. You mean like a whole bunch of Zap Brannigan quotes, or like
no, just
the sound erotic?
the one of Zap saying erotic. Oh, that's gonna be good. I thought of that the other day. I was like, oh, that's just too perfect. So yeah.
Plus, they said you guys are dorks.
They look like dorks. All right, that's enough of these. Enough of this riffing. Let's get out of here. We will we will see you back here tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern as we play some more video games. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.